quid.
Oh, nice.
Equalizer for 12 quid.
Nice.
And Watchmen, the Ultimate Director's Cut for 12 quid as well.
Basically, the stuff they told that Zack Snyder didn't take out. Okay.
It's basically the Director's Cut, but they added in the Tales from the Black Freighter as well.
Okay.
Did I just walk into a movie chat?
Yeah, but it clocks in around 3 hours, I think. Something like that.
360 movie cast.
I was just saying why I didn't notice the message yesterday because I have movie night on Saturday usually. So
movie night. Oh, okay. Fair dues. How's it going? Hello,
Not bad, not bad.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you fine? Is that all of us?
I think so. Yeah.
I didn't put my proper headset on charge. I've just put it in and realised it's dead, so I've had to use my Android little headphone things.
You sound fine, mate. To be fair.
That's all right.
Are you in the toilet?
Don't stand as bad as me.
No.
Okay.
Peebs is normally in the toilet playing Gears Plop, isn't he?
Is it echoey then?
No.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not the same as we expect, but it's fine. You sound clear. It just sounds like you're having a shit.
Oh dear.
Oh, tired, mate.
Mm.
Well, you've been gaming all day, haven't you?
No, I've only just switched the Xbox on. Really, I've been watching the football and then Masked Singer. It's a Sin, a new thing on Channel 4 with all 80s music and stuff in it. So it's all right.
Isn't that about AIDS?
Well, it's about gays in the early 80s, a group of gay guys, and it's got like an AIDS sort of storyline to it, I think.
I saw the trailer and it was like all to do with the clinic or something, and I just thought, it's got to be about that shitty disease.
It's all about,
So say hello to Clarky. 79
hello,
in
Clarky.
The chat. Hello, Clarky. How are you?
It's Shabba.
Shabba.
Maxi Priest and Jabba.
Are you guys ready to rock?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay,
Yeah,
order.
man.
Who's on time limit? We're not going to be
Peebs.
long anyway.
No,
if Peebs is falling asleep, all right.
No, I'm off work tomorrow, so it don't matter.
Cool.
Bet you're glad with all the snow.
So, I'll tell you a story about why I hurt my ankle when we get going in the show. You'll piss yourselves laughing. You really will. Okay, you ready?
You're doing the twist by Chubby Checker.
Almost. Okay, so we'll go Dan Peebs, Darren. Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Okay, and a 3, and a 2, and a 1. Hello and welcome to 360 Gamecast episode 56 for Tuesday, the 26th of January 2021. I'm your host, Mark Webb, Gamertag Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby360G, and joining me on this fine evening is...
Got the heating on, Cinema Dan.
It's Mr. Peebs, Gamertag Pitbull Peebs, Twitch, Playboy Peebs, Instagram, Mr. Peebs.
Oh.
You really just sort it out, mate.
Yeah, well, I think Webby's introduction's too long.
And just Sensei Switch.
Hello everyone. So while I'm here, I would like to say a big thank you to 2 new patrons this week.
Ooh.
Stefan and Craig, hello and welcome to the Patreon.
Thank you.
Hello. I just want to give a quick shout out to all my patrons because I don't actually think I've read your names out. So we'll go from the oldest to the newest. Wesley, Phil, Brian, John, Despicable Mind, Sean, Nigel, John, Ryan, Strokey McGinger, Jason, Paul, David, Nick, Sean, Sly Almond, Ben, Stefan, and Craig. Thank you all for being awesome people.
Hey.
So it's all good. It's all good. Even though this week's show is not a Patreon show, that's next week.
Oh, it's not a Patreon. Oh, Pete will be happy.
Yeah, that's next week's show.
Yeah, I don't do Patreon shows.
Well, what you'll find is the patrons, not only do they get an episode every single week, they also get the podcast in higher quality audio than everyone else as well.
Yeah, but I'm a man of the people. Everyone needs to be able to listen to me, not just a selected few.
Well, what the funny thing is, what I find is the Twitch, because Twitch saves your videos, and I noticed
Oh
on the
yes, oh
Patreon
yes.
weeks that the videos have a lot of more views than on the normal weeks.
So there is technically. So basically, there's a way around it. You don't have to be Patreon to be able to listen. You can
Well,
just go to Twitch and go
I am
back.
toying with the idea of just not saving the videos to Twitch, just to be an arse.
Nah, just leave them on there.
But I think the fact that you can't listen to them while you're driving is enough.
Well, yeah, it does
anyway.
restrict it. Yeah, it does
Yeah.
restrict when you can listen to it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all good. Anyway, I've got a funny story for today.
Oh, better be funny.
Well, you're gonna laugh. I don't know, like how funny it is. It actually is. So obviously, it's been snowing today. Very lovely snow day, and the boy wanted to go outside and build a snowman, and and all that stuff. Build a snowman and play snowball fights and all that. Anyway, I'm like, well, I'm acting like a 15-year-old, as you do. I'm going to put a picture of the snowman that my boy built in the Twitch. I don't know if you can see it there. And so anyway, we're out there. I'm only outside for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And I say to Marcus, oh, look in the back garden. The trampoline's covered in snow. Let's jump on it.
I'll see where this is going.
So he goes on first. He's bouncing. He's like, "Oh, I want to get off that." I'm like, "All right." So me being a big kid, I'm like, "Oh, I want to go and see how far I can bounce the snow up in the air." So I'm bouncing really high because I'm a big fat bastard. And then all of a sudden, I land, and my right foot goes, and I just slip, and I just collapse on the trampoline. My fucking ankle! Ah! I'm like, I can't. Anyway, so hop into the house, and my missus is like, "What have you done? What have you done?" I said, "Oh, I've slipped over my leg. It really hurts." Anyway, so I'm like, "Oh, I'm just going to chill out on the sofa for a bit. It'll be all right soon." So I'm sitting there on the sofa, just watching a bit of The Simpsons, and I look down, and I've got my socks on. And I'm like, "Fucking hell! There's like a massive lump coming out my sock." So I take my sock off, and there's just this massive lump where my ankle's meant to be, and I'm like, "Oh no, I've broken my ankle." Anyway, it turns out I don't think I have. I didn't ring the doctors. I didn't bother doing all that bollocks. I just raised it up for the day and left it and put it on and put ice on it every so often. And it's actually, the swelling's gone down a little bit now, when I can actually walk on it and stuff with just some
You'll be
pain.
fine.
So it's just bruised. But fuck me, that really hurt. Really did.
So what's the moral of the story?
Don't bounce on a trampoline when it's been snowing.
Yes, brilliant. Well done.
So anyway, I thought that would make you guys laugh. It's a very silly thing.
Unless you want to cosplay Elephantitis.
Yeah, I said to my missus earlier, I was just like, "Oh, I keep on forgetting that I'm not, a teenager kid anymore, and I just act like an idiot." There we go.
Well, we're not getting. Well, the thing is, as you get older and bigger,
Mm.
you get heavier and you're unable to.
Yeah.
You kind of get very aware about how much it hurts when you hit the ground. And whenever I watch the telly now and I see someone slip over or bang themselves, I get this kind of residual phantom. Ooh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking at your foot right now. Fucking hell, mate. It looks like a Cabbage Patch Kid's foot.
It's gone down a little bit now, anyway. But yeah, that's what it was like after about 20 minutes.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, keep it elevated. This is Dr. Dan speaking. Elevated and nice. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
And stay indoors.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I love being indoors, mate. So it's fine.
I don't think Leon's going to be very happy with that, but doctor's orders.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that's about it, really. gaming news then, I suppose.
Yeah.
See if there's been any news.
Yeah, there's been loads of news.
Well, you're going to have to help me out with this because I've only got 3 pieces of news, so I'm going to go through them in my order.
Well, I'm at the same 3 pieces of news. You never know.
Okay, so the first piece of news was this was a couple of days ago. News stories broke out that Xbox Live Gold prices were going to double in price, which I thought was insane. I wasn't sure if that was even true or not because the next day I looked at the news. It's the news said that Microsoft have actually gone back on that, so gold prices are staying the same price and actually now allowing people to not need gold to play free to play games online like Warzone.
Yep.
So you can play them online without Xbox Live Gold, which is pretty cool.
Well, it's quite apparent that there's a lot of people with consoles that play Warzone and just use Xbox Live Gold and that's it.
Collie Wally.
Yeah, Collie Wally, peeps.
Yeah. Yeah, so I thought that was a bit of interesting piece of news.
Should we add our 2 cents to that? I guess.
Go.
I mean, it's quite clear that they want everyone to get on Game Pass. So, and I think this was kind of like the bull in a china shop approach by making gold so close to the price of Game Pass. You know, that you would naturally think that people would upgrade to Game Pass anyway. I mean, the whole perception in Microsoft's head is that Game Pass is such brilliant value for money, and why would anyone want to use gold? And quite apparent, you know, a lot of people don't necessarily want all of the games that you can access that you probably have to download and then not play, like pretty much I do anyway. So I guess to the point whereby the ultimate end goal on this would be to get rid of gold altogether. And the way you do that, I guess, is to separate the people who do nothing but play for free, and then encourage, you know, natural migration through the offer of upgrade to Game Pass or Ultimate Game Pass for £1 through gold accordingly. So it's going to take a little bit longer, I guess, for Microsoft to get where they want to go. But that's, in my eyes, what they're trying to achieve. And obviously, there's no doubt about it, it's a bit of a fuck up because, you know, gamers are very price sensitive unless it comes to stupidly priced graphics cards. Hint, hint.
Yeah, well, actually, I mean, I was talking about this earlier with graphics cards. Well, just saying in general that technology is really hard to come by at the moment. Just with COVID and stuff, you know, there's less of these items being produced, and more people are wanting them because we're all stuck at home. Because obviously, well, I was talking. I can't remember. I was talking to it about now actually, but it came about because Collins managed to get hold of a couple of Series X's today.
Is he going to flip one?
No, I think he's going to give one to his brother. Or let his brother buy one off him to take back.
Does he own a 4K telly yet, though?
Yes, he's bought a massive one.
Right.
Yeah, cinema screen. Yeah, so we were talking about that today, and I was just saying, yeah, it's just insane because, you know, all these consoles are so hard to come by, and so it's the same with the graphics cards, you know. And what's really annoying me is that people are just flipping them for stupid money on eBay. Well, it's not their fault; it's the people's fault who are actually buying them. To be quite honest with you, but I mean, it's just a little bit frustrating because, you know,
there was Sorry, you go. No, I was about to say there was a whole big story early this week with Game, and I think Game went on sale with 2,000, and reportedly 2,000 consoles got bot purchased from Game earlier this week.
It's redonkulous.
And then the scalpers boasted on Twitter, obviously creating a lot of people to get quite upset. What was interesting is that a day or two later, a load more consoles from Game went back on sale. So my suspicion there is it's not necessarily a second wave of stock coming in. It's a Game going through and cancelling a load of orders, and obviously they're not going to press. What was interesting, I was reading through the Eurogamer article on this, which I thought was quite interesting, and it actually comes from a guy who makes the point, and I don't agree with this point, I have to say, is that the reason why he sells PS5s or flipping PS5s essentially is because he's lost his job, and he's looking at a way to sustain make money over this period as he's out of work. So, it's got to the point where we're all under lockdown, we're all bored essentially.
Yeah.
Some of us have got more money than others. Some of us would normally spend money down the pub. We would be spending on holidays right now. We'd be spending it going out.
Yeah.
So we're all wanting, entertainment. And where's the entertainment? Video games.
Yeah. I mean, it just seems to be it's very difficult in the UK in particular to get hold of these consoles compared to other countries, because you look at, well, especially in America. I mean, obviously they're an American company, right? It just seems to be every other day. Oh, this place has got stock in America. That place has got stock, and then and in the UK, it's like once in a blue moon, there's stock of Xboxes or PS5s.
I hate to say it, mate. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of red tape of imports at the moment coming into this country.
100% agree with you, mate. Yeah.
There's all sorts of chaos going on the borders now in terms of paperwork. I wouldn't be surprised if that's affecting.
Well, that's only Europe, though, isn't it? So if stuff's been shipped directly from China or Japan or America, wherever the fuck they come from,
it comes through the EU, mate. It comes through the EU, mate. It doesn't. Yeah.
I don't know.
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. But
anyway,
it's not good at the moment. It's not good.
No, I mean, I think by the summer we'll be all right for consoles, for both Xboxes and PlayStations. But I think it's at the moment like people still really, really wanting the new tech, aren't they?
Fuck getting a console in the summer. I'm going on holiday.
Well, that's if you can, mate.
You're allowed,
in your back garden.
Back garden, yeah, I'm going to get my back garden nice. I bought myself a nice little hand saw, so I'm going to have a go at the tree tomorrow, and get all that tidied up. And I'm going to go down the garden centre when I'm allowed, and then turn it into a little paradise. I might have a little mini barbecue in the corner.
Nice.
Anyway, I digress.
Yeah. So anyway, just with gaming news in particular, I've been a little bit out the loop this week because I made a little promise to myself that I was going to go on social media a lot less, and I managed to go 4 days with no Twitter. Go me! I'm very proud of myself.
Cold turkey.
I went cold turkey, and then obviously I went back today, obviously for podcast purposes.
Was it because you was getting the shakes?
No, I literally seriously, I felt so much better not going on that shit every single day. But I had obviously for the podcast, I like to go on and just be like questions and say how the new show's being done today as well. So,
if there's any consolation, me and Trip nearly been discussing COVID news in the Twitter chat.
Oh,
lol,
sounds exciting. But yeah, I mean, but the thing is, like, Twitter's the main place of my gaming news. So I've had to like find other places to try and find it, like actual websites. So, yes.
We also neglecting one big piece of news that me and you and Darren witnessed this week online and Discord. The Resident Evil 8 showcase.
Yes.
Well, it was classed as a Resident Evil showcase, wasn't
it? Yeah.
It was awesome. Did any of you guys watch it? Anyone else?
Well, obviously we watched it. We was there with you.
Did Pete watch it though?
No.
I'm not surprised.
Marcena was on, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was I really liked it. I think it looks really, really awesome actually, Resident Evil 8, and that is actually in my news, Dan. I'll have you know.
Okay.
So I haven't missed it. It's on my list. But what I was going to say is it was really good, this showcase, because it was short and sweet, about 15 minutes long. The main game looks amazing. Don't get me wrong. I think they've done what they can do with that engine is just phenomenal. It looks scary as fuck. They only showed the mansion that you visit in the game. They didn't really show any of the other places, because at the end of the demo they showed like about 10 seconds of you outside shooting this giant fucking monster with a hammer. But yeah, it's all in first person, much like Resident Evil 7. I know a lot of fans are upset by this because obviously true Resident Evil fans are like, oh, all the Resident Evils are meant to be third person and that. But I think the Resident Evil 7 after playing that was first person, it's more immersive. because you're not seeing a character you're controlling. And it's more immersive and it's more scary, because stuff's in your face more, right? So I think it looks awesome, and I know Darren's played the Maiden demo, so this is
Indeed,
one thing that really
mention it
upset me.
later.
So this is one thing that's really pissed me off. It looks like Capcom and Sony have done a deal, because this Maiden demo is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, which is fucking annoying.
They
'cause I'd
did
love
a
to
deal
play it.
for 7, didn't they? Because obviously, like, you had the exclusive demo originally on PlayStation, plus the PSVR mode for the main game.
Yeah.
But we all have to remember, Resident Evil started off life on the PlayStation. It's
Of course.
technically an old PlayStation franchise that's branched out to other consoles as the years have gone on.
True, but it's on everything now, so that I think it's a little bit frustrating for fans of the games who have other systems that they can't experience this demo. I know there's another. They said there's another demo coming out for all systems, but the fact that they're doing an exclusive demo for PS5, I just think it's a little bit shit, to be honest. That's just my opinion on it. But just a little bit about the demo. I've watched some of the demo, and I know Darren's going to talk about his actual playthrough, but I think it looks awesome, mate. I watched the Digital Foundry video, and they go over some bits and pieces on it. So I'm not going to say too much, apart from the fact that Digital Foundry were impressed because it runs at 4K, 60 frames per second, and it has a little bit of ray tracing in it as well. Ray tracing, yeah. So expecting good things from this in a visual standpoint.
Very good. Well, today, it'll be with other stuff we can know. It's going to come out on old gen as well.
Yes.
PS4.
Yes.
Xbox One.
Yes.
Which I thought was going to happen anyway, and the release date is May the 7th.
Yes, not far away at all.
Not far away.
It's technically using the same engine anyway, isn't it? Really, that they brought in with 7. So
yeah,
they don't have to sort of tinker with it too much. It just won't have the bells and whistles on it that obviously the PC and the next gen versions are going to have.
No, yeah. What was that other game that they announced at the showcase though? They said that they've got this really shit looking game, haven't they?
Battle Royale game, isn't it? It comes with the Resident Evil 8. It's a Resident Evil.
I can hear Darren getting upset already.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. It looked
Reverse.
Reverse, yeah, it looked janky.
Yeah, I'm trying to
janky
find
as
it
fuck.
in the video.
Basically, Michelangelo came out and showed off the Sistine Chapel, and then his retarded younger brother came out and showed us his finger painting with his own fecal matter.
I mean, it looks like really horrible graphics. It's like it's pointless. It's just like a tacked on fucking piece of shit game. That's all I want to say. It's meh.
I don't think
this
it's anything
is
to
why
get.
They're not giving it away. They knew that they wouldn't be able to sell this separately, so they're having to give it away.
Yeah.
To try and get people to play it.
Yeah. Other piece of news I wanted to just very quickly mention is Hitman 3 came out this week. I have picked it up on PC, but on the consoles, it looks like the Series X, it's showing its power, because on the PlayStation 5, the maximum resolution that the game can hit is 1800p, whereas the Xbox Series X runs it at a full 4K resolution.
Oh, that'll please the fanboys.
I know.
Please the fanboys indeed.
Are they all crying? I can hear them crying.
Yeah. So I just wanted to mention that. And there's been some notable game releases on the Xbox Game Pass for PC this week. I think some of them were already on the Xbox anyway, or came the same day. So Control came out on Game Pass PC this week. I know it's been on Xbox Game Pass for a little while. Donut County, which I've been playing, I'll mention that later. Desperados 3, I think this is on the Xbox as well. I'm not 100% on that.
I believe so.
I think it is. Yeah, that's a really good game. You should check that out if you've not played it yet. It's set in the Wild West, and it's like kind of turn-based, a bit like XCOM, but in the Wild West. What Remains of Edith Finch, which looks really, really awesome. I've actually played that a long time ago, but I'm going to play it again on Xbox. And these other 3 games, Neoverse, don't know what the fuck that is. Yiki, a postmodern RPG, and Injustice 2 look a bit meh. But the other games I've just mentioned look awesome. So, if you've got Game Pass, check them out. I just want to say, obviously, we have been talking about Game Pass a little bit already. What good value for money it is. I know there was the talk that they mentioned on the news about Xbox Live Gold going up in price, but I think if you've got an Xbox, there isn't really a lot of reason for you not to have Game Pass unless you're a weirdo like Darren and likes to buy everything physical. Because you know, for that small amount of money a month, you're getting so many games, and the quality of the games at the minute coming out are really, really good. So I'm not being a fanboy. I'm just saying some great games on there.
It can also be sometimes a bit of a trouble having too much to play.
Yep.
Yeah, you get the Netflix effect. You sit there scrolling through what to watch or play next, right, for about half an hour, and then you just feel a bit overwhelmed. Yes, I do understand that 100%. Cool, that's all my news. Is there anything else? Sorry, Peeps?
I'm just saying that's a good thing. It's better to have too much to play than nothing.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I like having a nice choice because there's a game for every mood.
Lol.
Is there any other news, Dan? I know you said you had some news.
No, that's it. You covered it all. Well done.
Oh, see, I told you, I'm bloody brilliant. I did my homework.
I had to pad it out a little bit though.
Yeah. All right, who's first, Dan?
Yeah. What have we been playing? Well, we've been playing Monster Hunter World this last couple of days. Me and Webby.
Yes,
Darren.
Actually,
I did join it briefly.
And Ashley Dangerfield, who is a part of the community. Gamer tag. I had to write this down because I couldn't remember it. Is Diomat's Darkblad.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure where that comes from, but hello, Ashley. Yeah, it's been good, isn't it?
Yeah, I just want to say, because I'm not going first, obviously. I've ditched my PC a little bit this week because I've been playing shitloads of my Xbox this week. My One X, I've gone last gen with Dan this week, playing some Monster Hunter, and we've had a really good time on it, haven't we? As I say, Darren joined us for one of the evenings, and
when it finally loaded up properly.
Yeah.
And then we spent 2 hours working out how to play a game we forgot how to play. Yeah,
because I hadn't played it for at least 18 months or so, probably even longer, because it came out in like 2017, I think. And it's on Game Pass, so if you haven't played that and you want to join us, download it on Game Pass. And yeah, I've been really enjoying it. It's because one of those games I never really got into when it came out. When I loaded up my game save, it said I'd done like 17 hours, and apparently for the Monster Hunter games, that's actually not a lot of game time. And it did take a while to get used to what you do, because there's a lot of things to do. You got your item management in your pouch, and you got your storage box, and where to upgrade your armor, where to buy armor. You got to look after your palico. You got to eat your meals and figure out what your missions are. And wow. But anyway, I've nearly got up to. Well, I have caught up to the same mission as Dan now, so we can actually be doing quests together. Which is
I took 60 hours to get where I'm going because I did all the bits and bobs and failed lots. And then, and literally, we've helped Webby. We've carried him along the way to get him where he is right now.
It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it, and it's really weird because I've been playing my Xbox a lot this week, and I've been sitting there playing my Xbox, thinking, "Oh, I'm playing last gen. I really want to upgrade." I'll tell you, if there was Xboxes in stock, I probably would have bought one already. Just to play Monster Hunter.
I had one in my basket this week. Xbox Series X, and
Yeah,
I said nah.
Yeah, because you want your PlayStation 5, don't you?
Yes, yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit later because I've had some more fun with that this week. Yeah, but Monster Hunter's good. I mean, we're up to the point we're actually at the same mission now. We've got to take on a pink Rathian, which some people may know what that is, but all you got to know is a big purple, fucking poisonous dragon, and he's got a bit of an attitude problem. So we've got to do that probably if you're around tomorrow, Webby. We'll get on that tomorrow,
I'll be
maybe.
around. It is
Cool.
and I'm really enjoying it because it's the first time in a while where, because it's different to all the other multiplayer games out there. You know, you're going around and you're trying to hunt the monster, pop them, you know. And I'm used to playing multiplayer games where you're shooting people in the face all the time, and it's just the time just vanishes when you're playing this. Well, I was playing it the other night, and I was like, bloody hell, it's nearly 11 o'clock. And I was like, where's the time gone? You know, and I was having a lot of fun with it. I even got to the point where I played it today, Dan, all on my own,
Cool.
and I just had randoms join me because I wanted to get to the same point as you so we can
Cool.
carry on. But yeah, I'm really loving it, and but it's one of those things. I just want to say, I really wish more games were cross-play because I would like to play this with the slightly prettier graphics on my PC, but that hasn't detracted from all the fun I've been having on it. You know, it's been really, really good fun, and you know,
It looks great on the
I've been
Xbox One X. It really
it
does.
looks great, but I do you know what I did after we played it? Right, I was like, I want to watch a comparison video versus,
Oh my
and I was just like,
Jesus
I could be
Christ.
playing it like this, but you have to buy it on the PC, whereas on Xbox it's on Game Pass. I don't really fancy spending 30-40 quid on a game which I've got for free as part of my sub, so I would have bought it anyway, to be fair. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's actually been quite nice actually sitting down and playing on my console, to be honest, Dan, because the last few nights I've been sitting on the sofa. Mrs. has been next to me just playing on the Switch anyway, and it's like, well, how we used to
Well, there you go.
I used to game back in the day.
Ditch that piece of shit fucking PC. Get
No,
back on
never,
console gaming.
never.
Yeah.
You got something to say about this, Peeves, haven't you? I mean, he's become a right snob this last few weeks,
Yes,
hasn't
he needs.
Weeks, years. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Freudian slip. Sorry.
No, I mean, I love the thing is, yeah, I love gaming on everything. Because I love the diversity of the games on PC. There's a lot that you can't get on console, but then I love playing my Switch. I love playing my Xbox and my PlayStation as well. I've been playing a lot of 3 of those systems this week. PlayStation's just gathering dust at the moment, unfortunately, even though there's quite a big backlog on there. Just haven't got the itch to play it, but. Yeah, Monster Hunter, it's a great co-op game, and Tiamat joined us. I think there's someone on the Discord said that they could join us at some point in the future as well. Who was that? I can't remember now. Leonardo.
I downloaded it.
Leonardo.
I downloaded it a while back and never even put it on, and then because I hadn't tried it and it was put too much space on my hard drive, I ended up deleting it off. So I've never even tried it.
You should join us, peeps.
Yeah.
You'd have fun. So it takes a bit of getting into, but once you get used to it, it's a lot of fun.
There's a bit of groundwork you've got to do in order to get into the online space, I think.
Yeah, I remember now, yeah.
But, you've got plenty of time.
And also you need to set aside quite a bit of time because sometimes the monster fights can last a while.
Yeah. Not at the moment. The ones we were doing the last night in particular, you were picking all the soft target monsters.
Yeah,
and literally we were butchering them within about 5 minutes.
Yeah, but now the ones are on like half an hour fights, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. But
yeah, it's a lot of fun because when there's 4 of you in there, and you like I was playing today, and I had 3 randoms join me on this rank 7 fight, right? And one of them was healing me loads, and one of them had a bow and arrow, and one of them had an axe, and I had my longsword, and we were all fighting a monster, and it was just, I was having a lot of fun with it. So yeah, it's a good game. It's a shame it's taken this many years to get into it, but yeah, I'm enjoying it, man. It's good.
Cool. It's a slow burn, Monster Hunter. Always has been. So I'm looking forward to Monster Hunter Rise, which is due end of March.
Yeah, it's a Switch game.
Yeah, I've just upgraded my order on that because I got for free. I'm getting in steelbook format with a couple of key rings.
Don't tell Darren that.
I don't care about steelbooks. I really don't care. It looks pretty.
What's it called? Monster Hunter. What's the name of that one on the Switch called?
Rise.
See, so I played the demo of that this week,
and
I couldn't get into it, and I think it's just because it's on the Switch. It just doesn't look as good. It doesn't it seems like the frame rate just doesn't seem smooth.
See, this is your
It
PC eyes.
It is. And I was just like, these graphics are god awful, man.
They're not god awful. They're good.
It's such a downgrade from Monster Hunter World on the Xbox. It really is.
You've been tainted. Stop it. Behave.
It's a portable game as well. You got to remember.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly. I don't know what's wrong with you. We've got to do sort you out, mate. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Just be thankful that they actually upgraded the engine, because they kept the same engine for about almost a decade, I think.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter games. It pretty much hadn't changed since the PS2 up until World. Basically, I think was the first one where they sort of revamped the engine. Obviously, Tri on the Wii U and everything kind of boosted it up a little bit, and then the 3DS versions, but. It's pretty much remained similar graphical styling.
Okay.
Definitely. Cool.
Anyway, what else you played, Mr. Dan?
I played an awful lot of Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. I haven't been brave enough to go back online yet. I'm still trying to get my skills up, and I'm still appalling.
You're getting destroyed by all those Japanese people.
Yeah, well, the first time I played it, I haven't gone back online yet. I'm practicing, but it's a weird one. I've been going through the story mode in inverted commas, which basically means I'm skipping all the fucking cutscenes and story because it's gash.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's got a weird kind of difficulty curve in the sense that it ramps up really quickly. It kind of second guesses how good you are, and then gives you an impossible computer opponent to face. Which is impossible. So I switch it off and come back a day later, and I go to the same opponent and I cakewalk it. Next level, difficulty curve ramps up again. So it's a bit odd. But yeah, I've been fun with it. It's a nice little thing, nice little game. It's I can see that there's a lot more customization coming in now compared to the previous entry, and there's a few more modes here and there. I mean, it's very similar to the previous game. But, I'm having fun with it. But that's all I've got to really say on that. I played an awful lot of Yahtzee on 51 worldwide games. Just sat there watching the telly playing Yahtzee. Just practicing my techniques, because when we play, I'm going to destroy you. And that's about it, really. The main things I did this week, I did two things. I bought myself a brand new Xbox gamepad, a coloured Robot White. Mainly because when we were playing Monster Hunter for the first time a couple of nights ago, I couldn't get on party chat, which transpired that the microphone socket in my my white Xbox pad had broken. So I had to go back to using my claggy, awful Day 1 2013 edition Xbox One pad, which has the old little socket on it with an adapter, and it was all plasticky and it worn down, and God knows it's probably got some kind of weird coronavirus all over it, some kind of weird mutation. But I was playing that and it was fucking awful. The joystick was making me go in the wrong direction. I was getting really upset. So I there and then I said fuck it. So I bought myself a brand new Xbox pad, modelled off obviously the ones you get with the Series S and Series X right now, and I'm mightily impressed. It's the first time an Xbox control pad has actually felt premium in my eyes. It looks the same, but it feels a lot weightier. It's got a nice matte finish. I'm speaking to the converted here, but my favourite bits are the little grips either side. They've kind of roughened them up a little bit. They kind of I don't know. It feels good in the hands, which is great. So I'm happy with that. Even though
is that an official Xbox controller, Dan?
Official, yeah, official.
Yeah.
So it looks very similar to what we had on the Xbox One X and S, but it's had a bit of a cosmetic upgrade, and it feels a lot better. So when you get hold of one, peeps, when you finally do upgrades, you'll be mightily impressed, I think.
Well, I bought an Elite controller.
Ooh. An Elite 2?
Yes.
So when did you get that then?
£60. They are very overpriced. Let me just say that.
Okay.
Are you better at Warzone with it?
No. Well, I was told. Well, I've sort of had mixed reviews from other people saying, it helps them play cook COD better and shooting games because you can adjust the triggers and you can make them so that you're not having to put your finger right down, so the reaction time's slightly quicker. But I haven't really noticed any difference. I mean, it's impressive the fact that you can map the controller to anything you want, basically. So when you go onto your accessories on the actual dashboard, you can map the buttons to how you want. You've got your triggers. You can adjust the depth you press them. There's like 3 different levels. You can set different profiles on it. So you can have like a profile 1, which is all your buttons mapped out to say like Warzone, and then you can have a profile 2, so that you can have them mapped to a different like game. I don't know who would do that because you'd have the buttons for pretty much every game. I would personally, but I'm probably not using it till its full potential, really. I mean, it's got the paddles at the bottom, so you can use them, which I thought I was going to do for Warzone. I thought I'll put my trigger buttons as still as aiming and shooting, but I was going to use the paddles as well, so that you can just press both, and whichever would go first would be better. But I find myself not using the paddles really, so in theory, I'm just using it like a normal controller. So it's like £160 Elite controller, and really I should have just bought one like you, Dan, and just had the, what was it, 55 quid, was it?
55 quid.
Yeah, they're about 55 quid.
It's lovely. It's nice. I mean, you'll get one, when you finally do upgrades, you'll get one, so you'll be able to take a look. But
the thing is with the Elite controller though, is like you can like tension the thumbsticks as well.
Yes. It comes with a nice case, its own docking like charging station. It's got the analog sticks you can pull out, and there's a couple in the case that you can have, so you can have them longer, different grips. I mean, it's good. They are done well, but I just don't. They are overpriced. I mean, £160 for a controller is crazy. Really, when you think about it.
Yeah,
it's like £100 more than what like Dan's paid for his just normal one, and I'm pretty much just using it as just a bog standard controller. Really, I'm not really using it to its full potential. Well, I might do. I mean, it's got like little grips on the side, but I don't know. I just probably pulled the trigger on it too early because I was waiting. I wanted the, like, you know, when they did the labs and you can have your own designs and colours and put your game and tag and that on them. I wanted to do that, and I know they've stopped it, but they're apparently supposed to be starting it up again this year. And I was going to wait, but I just couldn't. I just just got it. It's just a black one. I mean, it's nice, and it's my main controller. I use it all the time now. But like I say, I'm just not really using it to its potential. But I might do in the future, hopefully.
No, wait, lesson learned. But anyway, it's. I mean, I'm looking at the video now. I mean, it does look nice, but I'll still be shit at most games, so there's no point. That's my take on it, anyway.
Yeah.
So I did that purchase this week, and the other purchase I did was because PS5s are becoming a bloody nightmare to get hold of. The thought process I'm going with, and it's taken me a little while to get here, was that I currently have an Xbox One X, which is doing fine at the moment. I've got a hard drive attached to it, and I've got Game Pass. Everything works, and only just now we're starting to see Xbox One Series X games, exclusive games, started to come out. I think the first one's going to be the Medium coming out, so I'm quite happy with that. I can play anything I want. It's all there. But the PlayStation, I've got a Slim, and it sits there with a shitty 500 gigabyte hard drive space. Literally a quarter of that's probably taken up with Last of Us Part 2 at the moment, which I'm still trying to work up the courage to fucking play. And I've got a ton of games and fighting games, and I'm thinking, well, I want to start getting into fighting games again. I want to start playing a lot of these PS4 exclusives, and if Sony aren't going to pull their finger out right now with supply, and obviously we've got all these challenges with scalpers and everything, I might as well beef up my PlayStation experience at home and get myself a 4 terabyte hard drive so I can store all these games and access them. And then when I do upgrade to a PS5, it's a simple case of taking these games straight to the new system by plugging in the hard drive into the PS5, and I'm good to go. Which makes perfect sense in my eyes at the moment, because and on top of that, there's whole sorts of issues with SSD storage and hard drive space, and at the moment, and then nothing's really cost effective in that regard. So until they start sorting that out, I think it's quite wise to see what works for you at the moment. Do you really need to upgrade? Just for maybe just Demon Souls, I think is the only solid reason why, or exclusive why you should get a PS5. So that's what I did. So I'm literally downloading all of the PS Plus games at the moment. I started yesterday, and I've still got about 25 games still to download. Lol.
Wow.
I've literally been putting in discs as we go along today to start transferring stuff over. So at some point, the plan is to try and circumnavigate and put all my fighting games onto the PlayStation, much like I was planning to do some time ago. And I've ordered myself a copy of Street Fighter Collection, so that's getting on there. I've got that quite cheap. Dead or Alive 6 as well. I've ordered a copy of that for £10.
Nice.
Have you? Is that
Reasonably
good?
cheap now.
Yeah.
It's decent enough.
Is it? Just thinking. Is it? There's a whole. I mean, the economy on that in terms of DLCs with donk.
Oh yeah. It's still nonsensical when it comes to all of that stuff.
Yeah, as long as it's not too obvious. I mean, I don't really care about the costumes, to be honest with you. It's more so I suppose, holding back certain DLC characters. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing really. So I've been playing. I did play a new game this week. I think Paul got hold of a copy of it for the PS4, and that's BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle Special Edition. I got it for £8.50 with DLC with a DLC download as well with extra 8 characters. So I've been playing that a bit. That's all right. I quite enjoyed that actually.
I like the art style on that.
Oh, it's brilliant! It's absolutely beautiful. And it's got the Persona 4 characters in there as well.
Oh,
so
that's good.
That's all in there. I mean, it's exactly what I wanted, to be honest with you. So I've been playing through the story on that until I had about fucking gibberish, but it's fun. And then I've just been playing a bit of Tekken 7, which is great. King of Fighters, is that 14? Yeah, it's King of Fighters 14.
Yeah, that's in the sale. Actually, if it's not in the sale, they are in the, I think, process of releasing like an Ultimate Edition of the game.
Okay.
Which comes with like both of the other DLC fighter packs, I believe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, I've had King of Fighters 14 for some time now, so it's a good time to get stuck into it again. And I've been playing a bit of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which I can see they've added a bit to it and tidied it up a little bit, which I'm quite encouraged by, because what they did release originally was in my opinion, a rushed piece of shit. But I was actually having some fun with it last night, so that was good. And that's it really. Oh, and also I ordered myself a Hori Fight Stick Mini as well for £35 to top off the fighting game experience.
Nice.
So that's going to come in a week or so, I think. So, but I've got my Hori Fight Commander Fight Pad at the moment, which is fine. But I was thinking I want the arcade stick. I've got the arcade stick for the Switch, but it's stupidly big. It's a dinner TV dinner time tray big. So that's the plan. That's what I'm doing at the moment. And I've got and I'm thinking of ordering Soul Calibur 6 and maybe Samurai Showdown at some point, but not right now.
Cool.
So I'm thinking, if you can't join the PS5, at least enhance what you got.
Yep. Good times.
That's it, really.
Good times.
That's it. And almost, yeah. And I did play Injustice 2 on Game Pass on the Xbox, and it's a piece of shit. So,
yeah.
Oh man,
is that the one where you fight to get like armor pieces and stuff that give you stat bonuses and weird stuff?
I like fighting games. Don't get me wrong, and I mean it's not awful, but it's just shit. It doesn't feel
the
right.
One system I remember in that game where I was kind of like, that doesn't make sense. Is fighting games are really shit at doing things like you've got character win-loss ratios.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things in that, in Injustice, is you just keep going until you get fucked over, which will count as a loss, even though you might be going into that fight with like 1/10 of your health, and the enemy's got like all this other shit. And I just like, that doesn't make sense for that to be recorded as a loss because technically it wasn't a fair fight.
Yeah, you might as well just have one
And
long,
it
long,
does it
long
on
fight
King of
after.
Fighters 14 as well. You can go through with your first character, beat the crap out of the first two characters, and then obviously you're going into the final battle with like not much health. You take a couple of hits and go down, and that's apparently a loss. And it's like, that doesn't make sense because it's not a fair fight.
Yeah.
So that things like that piss me off.
Yeah, I mean, I can oversee that. I mean, my main gripe with Injustice 2 was that every single character has the basic core moves, which doesn't really lend itself to what I like. I like characters with different styles, different move sets. A bit like that's why Street Fighter, in my opinion, is so great. You've got the turns, and you've got the charge characters, and it's also. I mean, my muscle memory on Street Fighter is good. But when it comes to stuff like Mortal Kombat and all that, when the skill is learning a load of random button presses that don't make any sense just so that you can rip someone's head off. To me, that's like,
fun. That's fun.
Yeah, no,
and a lot of characters are kind of like different versions of the same character, if that makes any sense.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
A bit like Ryu and Ken.
Yeah, you've got like Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Max.
To an extent,
they're all kind of sort of roughly similar in a way. They've obviously diverged from that, but when they originally come out, they were almost kind of just other skinned versions of said same character. Almost.
In all fairness, Ryu and Ken are a lot more different to say a whole roster with very similar moveset.
I know what you're saying.
It's just. I don't know. I mean, it's got some silly modes on it as well. There's like they literally square up to each other and they badmouth each other. And then you do a random button press game to determine whether or not you gain health or lose health. And I'm like, what the fuck's that about? What skill's that? It's like mate. Random, mate. Yeah. And some of the ultimate moves where you press a button and I was playing with Aquaman last night, and you basically just fly someone up into the air and then you power them into a great big whirlpool, and then you land back in the bar where you fucking originated from. You're like, what the fuck's going on here?
That sounds weird.
Oh, DC shit. Anyway, Marvel's much better.
They're presented well. Like, I think the presentation was. I enjoyed the first one. I just kind of was a bit put off by the second one.
Yeah, I mean, I might keep going back to it. It's in Game Pass at the moment, but it's not top of my pops.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Is that it, Dan?
That's it, man.
Cool. Mr. Peebs.
Hello. I've been playing quite a bit. First of all, on the Game of the Year show, I did mention FIFA and the Pro Evo football game, which was obviously better back in the day, and then FIFA pulled it back over. My brother texted me in the week and says, "Oh, you want to try the new Pro Evo? It's actually quite good." And I thought, I don't know. I don't want to. Obviously, I put all my time into FIFA. I don't really want another football game. But I thought, you know what? I'll try it for journalism, shall I say? Just so I could talk about it. So I could talk about it on the podcast, basically. But you know what I'm like.
How many beers you had, mate?
It might be still piss from last night, but I haven't had any today. But so yeah, I thought, you know what I'm like. I don't like playing games and then opening up a few achievements and then leaving them, and then so I've got one achievement unlocked. So I was like, if I play it and unlock a couple of achievements and then don't go back to it, it's going to annoy me. Sat on my list, game list with a few achievements on it. So, but I downloaded it anyway and thought I'd have a go. And it's very, because I think it's Konami, which is obviously a Japanese company.
Yeah.
So the menus and everything they do feel Japanesey. If that is a thing, like, can a menu be Japanesey? But I don't know, it just feels very Japanese.
Okay,
the menus and that.
Fair enough.
The actual gameplay doesn't. I mean, it's actually not it's not actually that bad, and I think the graphics are done really well, and I was actually quite enjoying it. But again, it's the fact that they haven't got the licenses for every team. They have, I think, on this one, quite a few teams.
Oh, they've got Barcelona and Juventus.
Yeah, they've got a few teams that they have the licenses for, but then not all of them. But
Have they got Arsenal?
I don't think so.
They've got Peterborough.
No.
Oh, Peeps! Come on.
Well, did it? I say because it does let you pick your home city, and Peterborough does come up, but I can't remember what they were called.
Because I always remember Provo back in the day, they'd have like you knew what team was what because they'd have the name just changed slightly, right?
Well, yeah, it used to be like Man Blue, Man Red, which is Man United and Man City and things like that. But I think there's a way of getting around like that, and you can actually, I think, especially on like the PC, I think you can actually mod it and whatnot, so you can get all the proper teams and everything on there. I don't think it's obviously so easy for the consoles, but gameplay perspective, I was actually quite liking it.
Well,
and played a few
Game
games.
Pass, isn't it? Because you expect like games
that's it.
You'd have to buy.
Exactly. So I thought, well, yeah, it's sat there on Game Pass. I'll try it. So yeah, and I'll plan to go back to it. It probably won't be my main football game because obviously FIFA does the Ultimate Team and everything, and you know, put so much time and effort into that. I don't really want to go on to another game, but I enjoyed it, and I'll, like I say, I'll go back and play a few more games, try and unlock a few achievements and stuff, and then take it off. I like doing my dailies on the Bing, getting my Bing points and things.
Oh yeah.
And last year they did a challenge where you can get 10,000 points if you can get 10,000 gamer score, which I didn't do the first time around.
You're going to be the gamer score whore, Peeps. Come on.
I know.
It'd be easy for you.
So they've done it again from the beginning of January. If you can unlock 10,000 achievements between, I think it was like the 1st of January and the 1st of February, you get 10,000 like Bing points, which is worth probably about 10 quid.
Well, that's not bad, is
it? give or take a few pounds here and there.
For all the hours you put in, mate, you get minimum wage.
Slave labour.
Let's get a part-time job, for fuck's sake.
No, but if you like, you're playing games, you're doing something you enjoy.
Clean the snow off someone's driveway, mate.
But you're doing something you enjoy, so you're playing your games, and you're sort of working towards something. But the trouble is, it does start bringing the cheap Chivo whoring out, and you start looking for games that you can get a quick 1,000 game score on, or get quite a lot of game score on.
So what have you been playing then? Buckle up,
boys. Let me just go through. I had my list up. I've just lost it.
Well, I actually got 1,000 Gs on the game today, Peep. So if you haven't played that one,
get one. I've downloaded it. Is that the Donut County one?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on that one.
I haven't played it, but I've downloaded it, so I'll listen to what you say about it when we. So I'll talk about the Chivo Hall ones in a minute, because I went back to River City Girls. I know Dan got me on this game a while back. I'm still playing it. I'm on the 3rd boss now. The bosses are quite difficult. For the 2nd boss, which I was stuck on when I mentioned this game a few weeks back, I had to get my son to couch co-op with me so we could get the boss beat. That's my tactic now. I can play the game through on my own, the levels, no problem. But when I get to a boss, I then have to get him to put the other controller on and then help me defeat the boss. And then once the boss is defeated, he can go back and do whatever he was doing before. But that's the annoying thing about it. It's not online co-op. It's only couch co-op, which is just so annoying, because I think if it was online co-op, like me and Dan could go through it and
rinse it,
yeah, like we did with Streets of Rage. So they've missed a trick here, but obviously, like as we said in our chat, it's probably more costs involved doing it online, so that's probably why they don't bother. But it's a shame,
because in this day and age, all these games would be online co-op.
Well, yeah, you would, yeah. But yeah, it's a good little scroll and beat 'em up game. It's quite in depth. There's quite a lot to it.
I like the art style. It's nice.
Yeah, I like the art. It's like old school. I just like that. It's Japanese, and you can go into stores and buy upgrades and health and stuff. And there's like little secret missions, and there's a few collectibles. So it's quite in depth.
Nice.
And the obviously the gameplay graphics are like an old style, but the when they do the cutscenes and things, they're actually like proper like cartoony, real nice graphics.
Nice.
So yeah, I plan to go. Like I say, I think I'm on the third boss. I think it's saying I'm about 25% through the game, so I'm still quite a lot of way to go on that game. But yeah, it's a good little game, and it's on Game Pass. So there's a game I actually purchased. It was in the sale. I think it was about £2.50.
Oh, big spender.
Yeah. You'll love this one. Big Buck Hunter Arcade.
What?
Big Buck
or Big Bug?
Oh, Big
right.
Buck Hunter. Oh,
yeah,
I
you know
see.
the old shooting games when you're shooting the deers and stuff.
Is it Big Buck Hunter Arcade?
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I thought, well, I used to like these games back in the day, and
this is old.
When you could get the light guns, couldn't you? And they used to be in the arcades. A lot of these, didn't they?
Yeah.
And you just got the shooting. Basically, all it is you just like in the woods, and a deer will come up, and you just shoot it and stuff. But this is actually quite hard. And the achievements, although accessible, it's going to be a lot of grinding.
This looks
I think.
fucking shit.
It's not bad, but at the beginning, I can't remember what it says now. But you can use controller. You can do couch co-op where you just swap that. Just hand the controller to the other person so they can take their turn. And then there's like a gun option, but I don't know. Can you buy light guns for the Xbox?
No.
So I don't know what that option is. But because it's hard.
Gun games ended when you couldn't, when we moved on from CRT, because they used to work with the light being reflected back. But the only way that you can do light gun games on this gen consoles is by using the camera. Yeah, like the PlayStation Eye camera, whatever the fuck it's called, on top of the screen, and it knows where the gun is.
Well, perhaps you need that. I don't know. But yeah, it's super.
Because I miss those games, Peebs. Those light gun games.
Yeah, I do. They're quite. Like what were the classics like the Time Crisis? Was it Time Crisis?
Crisis.
So
Point Blank.
What are the Chivos like, Peeps?
Oh well, they're. I've unlocked 5, but it's a lot of grinding and stuff. It's like killing so many deer, so many heart shots. But it's just really hard trying to aim with the controller.
Yeah,
that's what I'm finding hard.
You got to give them a fighting chance, mate.
Yeah, so I think there's like 3 areas. I think you might in North America, Canada sort of area. So it's like then you've got deers, mooses, and then you get wild animals.
There's a game on Game Pass, Peebs, if you want to do a bit of that. I can't remember. Can't Hunt a Call of the Wild or something? Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is.
I'll have to have a look for that then. But yeah, like I say, it was only a couple of quid on sale. So I plan to go back to it. It's just nice little easy like time, just little. You're not really got to concentrate too much. What else? Oh, so we'll start on the games I sort of started looking up for easy achievements to try and get my 10,000 points. The first one was called The Little Acre, and it's on Game Pass.
Oh, that's going to be really good. That is.
Yeah, it's okay.
Digital, isn't it? Quite good dev.
I don't know who. Well, I thought it was like a little Irish. I did look it up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does say Curve Digital is a British video game publisher. But yeah. But this was. It's like set in 1950s Ireland, and it's like a little point and click game. It's only like a short game, probably 2 or 3 hours. But it's you sort of set like. You take control of this bloke. I can't remember if he's like a brother or the father, but he sort of you walk around discovering new things, and then he goes to his shed and it's like a time machine thing, and he goes in it and he sort of gets lost, and then you take control of his daughter. I don't know if it's his daughter or his sister. But you take control of then the little girl, and then she sort of just tries to go and find him, and this transporter thing takes him into this like weird world, and it's like a few puzzles and just exploring stuff. It's not too bad. But like I say, I sort of just mainly going for the achievements. That's the only reason why I sort of played it.
Full 1000G on that one?
I got 875.
Oh, very good.
I think I missed out on the 4,000 because it wants you to complete. That's it. It wants you to complete. There's an achievement for completing it in under an hour.
Wow.
So you'd need to do a speed run on that, and I played it and completed it, hoping that I was going to do it in the hour, but I didn't. I must have missed it. And I thought, but you know what, I can't really be doing more playing it again. So I left that on at 875 points out of 1,000 on that. So it was a good start trying to get me to me 10,000, but I think there's only a few days left, and I'm only on about 2,000-3,000, so I'm not going to do it. So I've given up. But I noticed there's a few people on my friends list who have been doing it, like Daddy Yicken. I'm calling him out because he is a Chivo.
Is he?
Chivo bitch he is, because he's like, I go looking through his games and he's buying all these cheap ass games that give you like 3,000 gamer score. There's a few games that give like 3,000, 2,000, and I searched the game to see what they are, and they're like little indie games that cost about £4 or £5. He's been playing a lot of them, but yeah, he's got over the 10,000. There's a few others on my friends list who must be doing it as well, because I noticed their game score just jumps. So I'm not the only one doing it. Yeah, so the other one that I did get a full 1,000 gamer score on was called Call of the Sea. Now this is on Game Pass. And it's sort of like a walking simulator, like puzzle game.
Sell it, guide.
It's quite good. It's like you control of this woman, and it's like her husband's gone missing, and it's sort of set in the like, say the 1940s, 30s. It's like set in like back in time, and yeah, she's just trying to find her husband. So you end up going to these like strange islands. It's some of that. I mean, obviously, I used a walkthrough because I was trying to get all the gamer score. But from what I was reading, you know, some of the puzzles are like some of the hardest puzzles, you know, in a game. So when people were commenting on that, and you know, in the YouTube chat and stuff, some of the puzzles were really difficult. And it probably took probably 3 or 4 hours. I'd say the chapters, I think there's about 5 or 6 chapters, and they're probably about half an hour long. Well, depending on, I mean, if you wasn't using a guide, probably take you a hell of a lot longer trying to work the puzzles out. But and there's a lot of collectibles and stuff. Overall, it was quite an enjoyable game. But like I said in the past, when you're doing these Chivo Hall type walkthroughs, you're not really concentrating on the game, and you're not probably enjoying it for what it is, and not paying too much attention to the story. But like I say, it's on Game Pass. It's you know, it's quite a good little game if you like this sort of walking point and click type collectible type games.
It reminds me of Myst. Just looking at the video now, looks quite good actually.
I've not actually played that, but yeah, it's nice graphically. It looks nice, and you go to these like islands and find all these puzzles, and yeah, it's quite good. And then you get your logbook, which you've got to try and get all the clues and suss things out.
Oh, it's on PC Game Pass. I'll install that.
Yeah,
I'm actually all these games, Pete. I'm downloading at the moment.
Yeah, we're going to Chivo Hall with you.
Nice. And then I think my main game, which I have been sort of moaning about on Discord and Twitter and the like, is Control. And I actually like the game, and it's on Game Pass, so people who've got Game Pass can play it. And it's a big, you know, it's like one of these big. It's not like one of these quick games that I've been playing. It's like a big full title, proper decent game. Pluses, the graphics are really good. I think, and it's made by Remedy.
Yeah,
the Scandinavian who done like Max Payne and Alan Wake and what did they do? The Quantum, was it Quantum?
Quantum Break, wasn't it?
Yeah, Quantum Break. And you can tell it's very much like them games. It just feels like one of them games, and I really like them. Really like them. I think the graphics are good, the controls are good, the story's good. The map is just set in one. It's one place. It's like a skyscraper.
Weird building and
it's like a weird building, and it and
there's a lot of some otherworldly stuff happens in the game as well.
Yeah, because it's sort of like you work for a bureau, and it's like who investigate like
paranormal,
supernatural, paranormal and stuff. So it's just set in this one building, but the map is really big, and there's different levels to it, and you got to find your way around. And it's really well designed. Like I say, the graphics are good, the gameplay is good, the controls are good, but frustratingly, the map, I just find it so hard to fight because it tells you where you sort of need to go, so you press your menu button, you know where you need to go, but trying to get there is just a nightmare. It out. Yeah, because there's no like compass to tell you which you're going in the right direction or not, which I think it lacks. It's a little bit easier later on when you discover a new area, you can cleanse. They call it cleansing, and it makes up like a save point.
You fast travel there,
yeah. Then you can fast travel between them, but it's still really difficult to find your way around, which is one of the most frustrating parts of the game. The other frustrating is there's no difficulty setting, and I'm finding that the enemies just keep spawning and spawning and spawning, which is just so frustrating. Some of the areas you go in and a load of enemies come at you. You kill them all, and then you think, "Oh, that's all right, I've got a bit of breather," and then another load respawn. Some of the bosses are quite difficult. It's a big game. I mean, I've just completed it this evening, just before I came on here, but there's still a lot to do. There's loads of side missions. There's like these other bits that they call countermeasures, which is like go in an area and kill so many enemies and side missions. So it is in depth, and once I've completed it now, and I can go back in and clear up, but I'm getting to the point now where it's getting that frustrating. I'm trying to I'm on a side mission trying to defeat a boss, and I must have tried him 15, 20 times and just cannot kill him. And it's just
probably time to get rid of that frustration and play someone else, mate. To be honest.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I'm just trying to get a few more achievements out of it. That's what's driving me on. It has got DLC, which I have contemplated getting. I think there's 2 lots of DLC, and I think they're about £5-6 each. I think they were on sale, which I'm contemplating picking up. But yeah, I want to sort of just get it done now so that I can move on. I don't really know what my next main game is going to be. I might flip over to the PlayStation because, like I said, on the Game of the Year, I've got the Spider-Man Morales game on there.
Oh yes,
highly recommended.
So that might be my next main game, and also. I know I mentioned last summer, or it might have even been before that. I had the Uncharted. What was it? One with the 2 women in it. I can't even remember what it's called.
Lost Legacy.
Yes, good. Yes, good that one.
I had that and only played. I have never finished it, so I've got that on there as well. So I want to get that finished. So
that won't take you long.
No, it's quite a short game actually.
Yeah, I might spend a bit of time on the PlayStation, get that finished, and then go on to the Spider-Man. While I sort of figure out what my next main game on what I'm going to download on Xbox. I mean, I was tempted to pick up Hitman. I'm holding off at the minute because it's obviously full price at the minute, and I don't know. I was watching Dr. Disrespect play it. He was playing it Friday night, and I was watching him, and it just. I don't know. It just looks. I mean, it looks beautiful. Don't get me wrong. And I mean, Hitman 2 was my game of the year when it came out. I can't remember what year it came out now. It's about 4 or 5 years ago, isn't it?
I can't remember how long ago it was now.
Yeah, I really did enjoy it, and then so I was tempted, but it just looked a bit. I don't know. It just looked a bit slow and frustrating, and you just got to be really, obviously, methodical, and it's you can't just. I mean, you can run and gun, but it's not the really aim of the game.
Well, I'll tell you about it when it's my turn, peeps.
Okay.
All right. I was going to say, did you play the last two Hitmans that they kind of dropped, the episodic ones?
Yes, I did, and I did enjoy them.
All of your progress from those and all your unlocks will carry over into the new game.
All right. Yes, well, that's handy to know. I mean, I'm definitely going to try it at some point. Whether I'll wait and maybe it has a price drop in a few months' time, we'll wait and see. But yeah, I was tempted, but I think I'm just going to hold off on that.
Cool.
Yeah, and I think that's about it, really.
All right, nice one, peeps. Nice one. Darren.
I'll let you go next, mate. To be honest.
Okay. Fair enough. Just catch me out there. Okay. I'll talk about it.
Peeps caught me out by cutting off short. I'm out of the room at the moment.
Okay, so I've been playing some Hitman 3. Picked that up this week. And I haven't played it loads. I've only done the first mission. It's called Silent Assassin. It's set in Dubai. And it's absolutely beautiful. It really is. It's actually the first game I've played on my PC where the HDR has looked really decent. Because all the other games I've played, I just turned HDR off on my monitor because obviously I bought a new monitor a few months ago with HDR and I've not been impressed. But this is impressive. Graphically, it's absolutely stunning, and I'm really impressed because after I watched the Digital Foundry review about the console versions struggling, I'm really happy to say that I'm running this at all maxed out settings, and it's locked at 165.
Is the game any good?
I'm just wanting to talk about the technical aspects first.
Don't give a shit. Is the game any good?
Yes. So I don't actually remember playing Hitman 2 at all. I don't think I played it. I think I played a little bit of Hitman 1. And what's really cool is the version that I've got includes the full campaigns of Hitman 1 and 2 in this. So I could play through all 3 games in one menu. And they've updated the original 2 games in this new engine as well. So I've not played loads of this game. I've literally done the first level, but I'm really into it. So I only finished the first level today. And what I like about it, because I haven't played a Hitman game in so long, it's what Peeves was saying. It's very methodical. You know, you go into this mission and it's like, right, you need to kill these 2 guys, and it's all trying to set it up. So you're sneaking in, and then you're incapacitating this person to dress up as them, so you can get into other areas, and you're sort, making sure you're hiding the bodies, and all that sort of stuff. And there's a lot of replayability in the Hitman games as well, because you can kill your targets in a variety of different ways. By poisoning, their drink, or just stabbing them with a knife, or killing them with a rope, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm really liking about it. But what I really liked about this first level was, it wasn't too hard, because it's kind of like it's easing you in again, right? You haven't played it for a long time, you're just getting eased in. But it's just so immersive, because the graphics are great, but it's like it's all the little things, like you walk around and then you got all the other AI characters. They'll be looking at you and they'll say, "Hi, who are you?" And then there'll be you'll get to sections where there's just loads of people around, and it's just running so smooth, and the way your character like moves between the crowds of people, it's all those little things that just make it a lot more believable, and it's I'm really impressed with it, because to be honest, I hadn't played a Hitman game in ages. I remember my favorite Hitman being, I think was it Blood Money? Is that what it was called?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
On 360.
And I loved that back in the day, and I haven't really got into a Hitman game since then, and a lot of the people in the Discord group were mentioning that they'd picked this up and how much they were enjoying it on the Xbox. So I was like, oh, I've got to get this. So yeah, I've literally, all I can say is I played one mission, the first mission. It looks great. I had a lot of fun. The story, there's quite a good backstory going on as well at the minute, which I'm not going to say for spoilers, but it kind of makes you want to play the game more because like, oh, what's going on here? I need to know what's going on. And obviously it carries on from Hitman 2. So there's actually, if you can't be asked to play for Hitman 1 and 2, there's a option to watch a story recap in the game as well. So you can watch a recap of the first two games just so you know what's going on. So
yeah, because aren't the developers don't and are they going to do the next James Bond game? I read.
Are they? I don't.
I think they're a Danish, another Scandinavian game
okay.
developer. And I'm sure I read somewhere that their next game is going to be a James Bond game.
Okay,
And if it's
well, that'd be
like
pretty
these
cool.
Hitman games, I think they're probably a good developer to do it because it is
Yeah.
sort of element of James Bond type to the game.
Yeah.
And the way it goes between all these different areas in the world, doesn't it? Like the first one is in Dubai, but I think you can go. I think one's in a big country house on Dartmoor.
Yeah, that's the next level I've got to do actually.
Yeah, that looked really good. And then I think they go to like Romania, China. It goes to like loads of different places and stuff. And like you say, the replayability. The game is designed for you to replay the same missions, and because every time you play, it's different because you know you're killing them, and there's so many different ways you can complete the level.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's actually talking about it. It's actually made me really want to play it. So I might have to try and source it at some point. I'm just looking to see if what I read was right about. Yes, it says here their next game is going to be Project 007, working title. So it's not. They're working on it, but it's no release date or anything yet.
Nice.
So that'd be interesting. We've not had a good James Bond game for a while, have we?
No, not since GoldenEye.
Wasn't there one that was on the 360 that was kind of some people liked? It was the Daniel Craig one, wasn't it? It was kind of, was it Infinity Ward or something like that?
The name of
worked
it, mate,
on
to be
one.
honest. And I know which one it was because I played it, but I can't remember the name of it.
There was a Legends one. There was, I think, if I remember correctly, where it was just a rehash of old Bond's previous. I think, but yeah, you're right. There hasn't been a decent Bond game for a long time.
Bloodstone. James Bond Bloodstone.
Oh,
that's the one.
Yeah.
Did anyone watch the Hitman film?
Yeah, which one?
A
There's two
long
of them.
time ago.
Oh, was there two of them? Is there? I don't think I've watched them.
There's two of them.
There's the Timothy Oliphant one.
Yes.
Got,
I think I own one of them on Blu-ray.
Are they any good?
Nope.
I thought they were all right.
They're worth it. They're definitely a 4 beer movie.
Yeah. It's just a sit back, no nonsense kind of a thing.
Yeah. I mean, generally, video game to films don't really work, do they? Or they're not normally generally good. Like the Assassin's Creed one wasn't very good.
I still watched it, but yeah.
I think I turned it off halfway through.
Fair enough.
The Resident Evil ones aren't great. Doom wasn't great.
Yeah, if you like Olga Kurylenko, she gets her baps out in the original Hitman films.
There you go.
Plus.
That's a reason to watch it. Right, shall we move on to the next game?
Yeah.
Okay, so my other game I've been playing some more of this week is Death Stranding.
Oh, I'm interested because my brother's birthday last week and I bought him this game. But then my son said to me, what he bought him that for, it's crap. It's got like a 2-hour cutscene when you first put it on.
Yeah, but it's Hideo Kojima games, isn't it? It's Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's taken me a little while to get into, but I'm starting to understand it now. And one thing that I'm really liking about it is how it's connected online, a bit like Dark Souls, where people can leave you stuff they can leave ladders in the world and ropes and bridges, so it makes your journey easier. There's these little drop-off points, so you can drop, an item off that might help another person. So when they go to that stash, they can take your item, and then they can give you likes and stuff. And it's got other stuff in the world where people will have like little waypoints saying, "Oh, this is the way you should go," and then you can give them thumbs up. I'm really liking that kind of social aspect on it. And I'm not super far in. I've just done a mission to go and get something that was stolen, like a 3D printer that was stolen. So I had to sneak into this enemy area and subdue someone, and then take the item back. And it's all it's not, everything's at a steady pace. You can't rush around, and it's kind of relaxing in a way. But then you get to the points in the world where it's raining and it's the time for, and you got to like crouch and hold your breath, and the baby's getting upset and all this stuff, and that's when
Just
it
like
gets,
real life, mate.
yeah, and that's actually when it gets quite stressful, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake, and I'm like, my hands are getting sweaty, and I can feel my heart going, like, oh, I've got to get through this, and it's Hideo Kojima's done a very good job of making you feel that kind of fear and stress when you're going through those areas. So I think that's actually very well done. His vision has come to fruition with this. I've got some more of the story, and it's actually making a little bit more sense now. And I'm just enjoying the world. So yeah, I'm going to be playing more of it, and it's a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks nice watching the Twitch stream.
Oh,
because I don't know
graphics
nothing
are
about
amazing.
it. I just heard people saying it was a bit of a fetch, just like a boring working for DPD or something, just picking up things and
Well, it can be like that.
yeah, but the landscape and it just looks really,
it is gorgeous.
It's really nice.
The only frustrating thing is when you're carrying loads of stuff, he walks slower. Then you got to like he can fall over, so you got to make him balance. That's a little bit annoying.
It's like Jenga.
So
yeah,
there's no sort of enemies or anything. Then there's no combat, or
there can be a little bit of combat in the game. So you got human enemies that are trying to hunt you down to nick your stuff. Yeah. And then you've got the ghosty things, which are a bit fucked up. Yeah, they're freaky as fuck because you can't really see them. It's only when like the baby pulses you can see like outlines of these ghosty enemy things. It's fucking weird. But yeah, it's good. It is a good game.
Great cast as well of characters and stuff that they used in it. It's probably got the biggest amount of names, I think, associated with the
it's
game.
all famous actors.
Yeah, the main guy's off The Walking Dead, isn't he?
Yeah, Walking Dead. And you got a lot of.
You got Mads Mikkelsen and even like is it Nicholas Winding Refn and
Guillermo del Toro's in it as well. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
You've met Guillermo del Toro already.
Yeah.
Mark. He's the guy with the is he Dead Man? Like he's the big guy.
Oh, the dude with the mask on.
About. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. Oh God, what's his name?
Okay.
Now the one with the mask, that's not Nolan North, the other guy, the other really popular voice actor, did the voice of Joel in The Last of Us.
Oh, okay. I can't remember his name, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah. We'll come back to it in a bit. Okay, next game then. Probably one of my favourite games of the week, actually. Donut County.
Tell me more.
This is a little gem, hidden gem. Well, it's not so hidden now because I've been talking about it now. What? So basically,
it's not a new game, is it?
No, I think it's been out on PC for ages.
Yeah,
but I've never heard of it actually. And then it came to obviously on Game Pass. Now we'll give people a little tip who are listening. It's on PC and Xbox Game Pass, but if you're playing it on the PC Game Pass, you don't get any achievements. So you need to play it on the Xbox Game Pass to get the achievements. the game's quite short. I managed to get the full 1,000 gamer score in under 3 hours. So it is.
Did you use a guide?
Yes. I did 2 playthroughs.
The state of you lot are fucking disgraceful.
So basically, when you complete it, because you unlock most of the achievements when you're through just a normal playthrough, and then once you can complete the game, you get a level select, so you can just go back to those levels.
Oh right, yeah.
In Mr. Chivo's on, and it's very relaxing and it's just a lot of fun. So basically, I skipped all the story bollocks because I couldn't be asked with it, but I kind of got the gist of it. You're a raccoon. And you have this app which allows you to put a hole. It's called a donut into an area, and it starts off small. And the more things that go into the hole, the bigger the hole gets. So obviously, when the hole gets bigger, you can swallow bigger items.
So it's Trash Panda the game, yeah.
It's really good. It's really, really fun. It's really short as well. So if you've got a few hours to spare, you can bang it out and then get some good gamer score. It's got some really interesting achievements as well. Yeah, and it's just relaxing because it turns into like a little bit of a puzzle game at times because it's like, right, because it's all thinking, right, my hole's only this big. I need to get all these smaller items. I need to go in order, and I can get the bigger items in there. And then there's some little puzzles where you're not quite sure what to do on some of the levels as well, which you need to kind of... I mean, they're not super hard because I've managed to bang it out super quick. But yeah, it's something quite satisfying when you're just destroying all these things and sucking them into the hole. And then you get to the end of the level and there's nothing left. You know?
The innuendos.
Yeah, but it is. It's...
Every hole's a goal.
Sucking it off.
Every hole's a goal.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I recommend everyone plays this. Everyone should play Donut County. It's really, really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. Downloaded it already.
Good man. Yeah, so that's all I want to say on that. It's short, it's fun, and it's easy Chivos. Job done. I'm just going to briefly mention I've been playing more Grandia on the Switch. Really, really enjoying it. This was initially a PS1 game, so some people might think the graphics are a bit wank, but I love those kind of top-down SNES type graphics. It's kind of a mixture between SNES graphics and PlayStation graphics because the characters are all that kind of SNES art style, but then the backgrounds are all that PlayStation 1 blockiness that you kind of remember. But
sort of pixel graphics on top of like pre-rendered backdrops.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but you can move it around if that makes sense. It's not pre-rendered.
Right.
I say it's all that PlayStation kind of flat, shitty looking graphics. So that's the best way I can explain it. But it's I'm really enjoying it because it's one of those RPGs I missed on the PlayStation 1, and it's renowned as being one of the greatest RPGs of all time on many lists. And I've played about 7 or 8 hours of it now, and it's one of those typical RPGs where you start off as a young lad in your little town, and you want to be an adventurer, and then later on in the game, like some stuff happens, and then you go across the sea to this whole new world, and you're going on a grand adventure. It's great. It's really, really good. And it has all that typical tropes of silly things that happen along the way. And I really like the battle system. It's really, really good turn-based battle system as well. So
cool.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing more of that. Just wanted to briefly mention that. That's my retro game of the week. As Dan was saying, he's been playing 51 worldwide games. So I picked up 51 worldwide games. And I'll tell you what, loving it.
Yeah, what have you been playing?
What haven't I been playing on it?
Okay.
That is the thing, right? So I bought it. It was actually really, really good. I got it off eBay for £27 for the physical copy. So I was really chuffed with that, to be honest. Brand new. So what I found is my missus has been playing games with me on it, and even my 3-year-old has been playing some games with me on it as well, which is really,
cool.
really good. And
well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, so we've been having a lot of family fun times on this, and I've also been learning some new games as well, which I've never played before. Like Mancala, which is like this little jewel game, which is on the video now, and you kind of dropping these jewels around, and Hare and Hounds, and loads of games. I'm not going to go through all of them, but all I want to say is it's been really nice to start learning some different board games and card games that we could get in real life and play. So it's actually a good teaching aid. So a couple of the highlights I'm going to say. Scalextrics. Well, it's actually slot cars, but I'm
Nice.
going to call it Scalextrics. Because it's one of those games I can play with my little boy. So we have a Joy-Con each, and the further you push the stick on the Joy-Con, the faster the car goes. Obviously, you need to slow it down to go around the corners. We've both been having a lot of fun on that. Connect 4. It's Connect 4.
The classic.
Classic. I've learned how to play Yahtzee because I've never played Yahtzee before.
Yahtzee's great.
Yeah, so that's been really, really fun. What else is there? Chinese checkers. I've never played that, so I don't know how to play that now.
Cool.
Backgammon. Never played that. I now know how to play that. Oh, and bowling. Bowling is so cool because it's like having the Wii again. Because you can play it where you move your arm, like you're holding the Joy-Con and you move your arm to bowl. How cool, man! It's
Okay.
just like having the Wii again. So
I haven't tried that again. I haven't tried that
bowling
yet. Okay.
is a lot of fun. And well, there's just so many games on there. Well, it's 51, but pretty much every single one I've played, I've loved, man. I've had a smile on my face the whole time I've been playing this.
Good.
Yeah, and it's just been nice to have a game that the whole family can enjoy as well. Like I'll have it on the TV, and my little boy will be like, "Oh, Dad, I want to play the tank game." So that's his favourite. So you've got the pink tank and the blue tank on this little area, and you've got to hunt each other down and shoot each other. And he's like, and he loves it. It's like tank game, Dad, tank game. So yeah, been loving it. So this is I'm really glad that you recommended this, Dan, because
good.
we've been having a blast with it. Absolutely brilliant.
See, I've been playing it as a lonely bastard since I've just been playing handhelds and just playing a lot of card games, which is fine. But and chess as well. I've been playing quite a bit of chess on it, so it's all good. Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I know you can play it online as well, so we'll have to get a session going online.
Yeah, cool, man. Let's work something out.
Yeah, it's just deciding what to play because there's just so many games on
well, I'm sure we won't. We'll be spot for choice. Let's just say that.
Yeah. So it's definitely worth it, just for the amount of fun I've had already. Loving it. Absolutely loving it.
Excellent.
Cool. My other main games. I've got one more main game I've been playing, which is Yakuza 7.
Oh, here we go.
Of course, I'm still playing Yakuza 7. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm about 25 hours or more in now. I think probably even more. I've been playing it a hell of a lot, and I've been playing that on the Xbox and loving it. Absolutely loving it. It's my whenever I'm playing it, it's my highlight. It really, really is. I've got some really cool characters. I've been really enjoying the storyline, and it's up there, man. It's up there. It's fucking brilliant. I don't know what else to say about it because I talk about it every single fucking week because it's so long.
Finish it, man.
What I have been enjoying though is one of the side quests that you can do, which is Dragon Kart. So it's like Mario Kart, but it's in Yakuza. It's exactly so. It is literally Mario Kart in a Yakuza game, and it's got its own little backstory and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm really enjoying Yakuza. If you've not played it, check it out. Okay.
Are you boys done with GTA now?
No, so I've been enjoying some GTA. I've not played it this week. I've literally just been jumping on to do my daily roulette spin in the casino because you get one free spin a day, so you can get money and chips, and if you get super lucky, you get a car.
Your dailies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
'cause
know I'm sounding
I
like Darren more every day, but I know I did speak to Hogarth, our resident Hogarth, a couple of days ago, and we are going to jump back on. It's just our times haven't matched up. So, but yeah, so
yeah,
the online is a lot of fun. I know Stunty's been banging it out on the PlayStation. So
yeah, 'cause I picked it up while it was still on sale. Got it for 12
Cool.
quid, but
on
Nice.
Xbox.
I've not. Yeah,
Okay.
I've not put it on yet because I wanted to get Control finished and stuff before I put it on. So
Cool. Well, give us a shout, peeps, and I'll join you on it because
yeah, okay,
I'm a bit new when it comes to the online mode.
yeah.
It'd
Well,
be
I
good.
haven't
Well,
played
it is
online.
worth doing the campaign again, Peeves. It's been that long. I loved playing the
Yes,
campaign again
yeah.
a few
I'm
weeks
gonna
back.
do. Yeah, I plan on doing the campaign again. Yeah,
Yeah.
and delving into the online because we never really got to play it properly the first time because it was
No.
a broken mess to start off with.
Very true. Very
Understatement.
true. So very briefly, I've played a few other games. I'm going to rip through these. Rainbow Six Siege. I've been playing that quite a bit this week. Still loving it. Still a great shooter. Probably one of the greatest shooters of all time. Yes, that I am right, peeps. It is. Played a little bit of that with our community member Wes. So thank you, Wes, for joining me on that. Had a lot of fun. Next game, I played some Division 2 with Turner from the community because he picked up the New York expansion. So I said I would join him and help him out on some of the missions on that. So I had a lot of fun with that. And it still
Speaking of
runs
which,
brilliant. Go on.
yeah, we didn't mention that they're doing a Resident Evil tie-in with the Division 2 from the 2nd of February to the 15th, I believe, where you can earn classic outfits from the Resident Evil series by playing the game. Whether or not it's going to be locked behind the expansion areas, I don't know, probably knowing them. But I think even just for logging in during that period, you'll unlock Leon's outfit. So
Okay. Cool.
it might be worth it. And there's rumours as well of them upgrading it for PS5 and Series X and stuff
Cool.
around that time period as well. So
Awesome.
Just Division 2 you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I have that as well. Not really played it much.
It's great. There's quite a lot in the community that play that on Xbox as well.
Yeah.
So you should try and hunt those people down in Discord, mate.
Yeah, I'll have to try and get some people to help me, but obviously I don't know how it works with the leveling because obviously I've not put too much time into it.
I think it
Whether
works
they
quite
can,
well. I think it.
yeah,
Top of my head, yeah.
It does and it doesn't. It's supposed to, like, if I was to join your game, obviously, I'd obviously be way more powerful, but rather than nerf me down, it supposedly pushes you up to a similar level to myself. But when I've been doing that with a friend, as soon as he joins my game, like, the enemies just become mental. And, like, my guns still do the same crappy damage and I go down in seconds. So the balancing on that side is still completely and utterly
Do you think
way out.
they might have changed that in all those years, though?
Well, no, this was the last time I played it.
Which was not that long ago.
About 6 months ago, I think it was.
Okay.
When like my mate Pudster sort of jumped in and stuff, and yeah, it just caused a load of shit, and I ended up having a rage quit because he jumped out because he was like, "Oh, sorry, mate, I didn't realise it was going to do that." And I said, "It's not your fault. It's these fucking useless devs." And then he jumped out. And because he jumped in, they all were just stayed at that level, and I just got absolutely destroyed in seconds, and just had a rage and turned it off. Because like I don't know what like I said, I've never been happy with how they've handled that game. The game is good when it works properly, but they just don't listen to their community at all. And the balancing in the game is completely shot to fuck in comparison to the original game.
There we have it. Darren's ultimate review. Okay, last two games I've been playing very quickly. I joined Mr. Sly Almond in some games of Rocket League. Still a fun game, actually. So I'd like to see some community sessions on that. It was really fun. And lastly, I played some Fall Guys because I haven't played Fall Guys for a while. I played some Fall Guys with Dugster. And they're still bloody updating this game with new maps. Pretty much every map I played I hadn't played before. And I've put a lot of hours into this game. Still a lot of fun. So
Good.
Thank you, Dugster. Fall Guys is a great game. That's it.
Yeah, I played a little bit of that actually. Forgot to mention.
Oh, nice.
Is that on Xbox now, or have you been
No, it's
playing
just
it on
PlayStation. PC.
PlayStation, yeah. It's a shame because I think on the Xbox I'd probably put a lot more time into it.
Yeah.
I think I imagine it will turn up. I mean, to be honest, if like after 6 months plus the game's popularity does start to wane, and what better way to bring a load of people back to the game and onto the servers than to release it on other platforms? It's worked really well for games like Rocket League and that. Like that originally just started off on PlayStation, didn't it? And then came over to everything.
Mm-hmm. And now it's free to play, for fuck's sake. Which is mental.
I know someone on PlayStation has been really putting time into that recently.
It's still popular, man. It's still a lot of fun. Cool. Darren, your turn, man.
Oh, my turn. The broken record time, is it?
Yeah.
We just keep skipping between the same couple of
Play the hits. Play the hits.
Well, you've played one new thing, haven't you? So
yeah, I'll save that till last because it's probably the only interesting thing I got to talk about, to be honest.
Fair enough.
So Final Fantasy 14 as per, Fortnite as per, Black Desert as per. Cyberpunk got a new update yesterday, I think it was. It was like 16 gig update, which I think does minor bug fixes. Cyberpunk had a 16 gig update yesterday, I believe. I think it's to fix a few minor issues. Well, we say minor issues for some people.
16 gigs worth of minor issues.
Yeah, but a lot of it apparently is basically laying down the foundations for the upcoming patches.
Okay.
So sort of getting things ready for them, I guess, because I think their kind of thing they mentioned was doing a couple. Well, releasing a couple of like a patch at the end of each month or around each month. So they said we were going to get one in January, which is kind of this one. Then the next one will probably be February. Then, if obviously everything goes to plan, March, end of March, April, beginning possibly the PS5 Series X update, and then obviously take it from there. Well, I haven't played it since I did the update, so I can't really say. I did put another 20-something plus hours into Valhalla this week.
Oh, wow.
So I
must have finished it by now.
No, I've finished off one of the quest lines, one of the 130 ones, where there's kind of a point in that game where obviously something happens somewhere, and then ever since that point has happened, things have been going to shit quite a lot in the game. Where sort of like some of these scenarios and that kind of start going awry, and consequences and things like that, and people being arseholes and good old Middle Ages. So, well, no. Yeah, I suppose is it classed as Middle Ages, or is it still? It's before then. It's still
Dark Ages, wasn't it?
Technically around like 840 something.
Yeah,
Dark Ages.
Yeah, Dark Ages. Then they weren't called the Dark Ages for no reason. So anyway, I have been rampaging around in my back garden in Kent.
Oh, nice.
Is Medway improved?
It looks better actually in the game, to be honest. Loads of lush green fields. You can get from Rochester to Dover though in about like a minute on horseback, which is kind of a bit.
That's handy.
Yeah, it's very handy. It's very shrunken. So we're not actually there, but Rochester Castle is. So I've been running around Rochester Castle. Just like I do in real life when I was off my face in my late teens. At night time when we used to break in and get pissed and run around the grounds. But yeah, as soon as I saw it looming into view, I was like, oh, that tower looks familiar, because that's pretty much all that's left of the place by now. So yeah, it's kind of in a strategic place where it obviously would have been as basically like a gateway to stop obviously invaders from the east coming in and working their way across to London, which is why most castles and forts are all on like the the edges of the land near water and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, still been enjoying that, going through it all. I've cleaned up all of the mysteries, wealth, and all of that lot in Kent. So I've just got to sort of like finish off the quest line, and then I'll be about 50% through the game, I think.
Okay, wow, you've
But
spent a lot of time on this.
Yeah, I'm only 3 power levels away from hitting 280 though, which they class as being like the end game.
Wow. You've been
Even though it's
pumping some
not, I
time
think
in.
it's 360, isn't it, or 360?
Yeah, it's in the
power
300s, but
levels,
I
the max.
completed
Yeah.
it well below the recommended.
Oh right, you've got an area that's like 340 recommended level.
Yeah, I rinsed it, mate.
Oh, right, fair enough.
So that's fine.
Are they planning on DLC for this?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
I got the version with the season pass just from the fact of I really liked the previous 2 Assassin's Creed games, and the DLCs for those were top stuff. So like they released, I think we mentioned this last week, didn't they? Something like 5 or 6 DLCs for the previous game. They split one into 3 parts, and then you had the Elysium DLC, the sort of Hades Hell DLC, as it were, and then like the underwater place Atlantis sort of a thing. And they were all their own like brand new big sort of area maps and stuff with quests and unlockables and all that kind of stuff. And from what I can work out, when you hit max power level on Valhalla, you kind of keep leveling like you do in the other games, because there's like mastery points that you can obviously like put into certain stats. I think similar to what they did with Odyssey. So you could basically in Odyssey you could almost infinitely level in that to keep sort of putting extra points into different things like headshot damage and all that sort of stuff once you'd obviously maxed your level out, which was always cool because you're always kind of earning and getting stuff. So anyway, I won't say too much more about that because we've banged on about it. It was pretty much almost like unanimously the community's game of the year last year.
Yep, great game.
And sort of like deservedly so. It is a very, very good game, even though I did moan a few bits about it, and I'll still stand by those to a degree. But yeah, I suppose the other thing I played this week was Maiden.
Yes.
Maiden
is kind of the code name for this Resident Evil sort of 8 teaser, as it were, where you obviously play as a maiden, hence the name. And you just basically start off in a dungeon and try and escape the castle or mansion or whatever. I think it's supposed to be a castle, isn't it? I believe. You start off in like the sort of dungeon torture area and work your way up through. Like they said, there's no combat or anything in this, or blocking or anything. It's just literally kind of walking sim, but I just looked at it as in the fact of getting my hands on the game and seeing like what the atmosphere is like and how it looks and feels and everything in comparison to 7, which was pretty much laid a bit of the groundwork for how they're going around this one. I mean, it's the same protagonist from the last game that carries over into this one. So yeah, you play as this character, like I said, trying to escape, and you eventually work your way through the lower catacomb areas and up into the actual sort of like foyer of the castle or whatever it is itself, and get to mill around a couple of the areas, and it does look really nice. Like the styling and how the wood looks and everything on the banisters, and it sets the atmosphere well. Apparently, everyone who's played the demo with headphones on says it improves the game immensely.
Yeah, that's
because
good.
they've got this weird 3D audio stuff that they've got on PlayStation. They kind of banged on about it, didn't they, during one of the presentations?
Yeah.
But apparently, yeah, everyone is like, "Oh, you've got to do it with the headphones." It's mad, like the directions and like weird noises and stuff like that. And there's quite a few. It doesn't last too long. I think I finished it in about 18-20 minutes. I'm not too sure if there's multiple ways you can go around things, because I know if you mucked around on some of the previous demos, there was items you picked up that you didn't know how to use.
Okay.
And then people slowly figured out where to use them and if they meant anything. And I think they kind of kept updating the demo as well and like expanding on it little pieces here and there.
That's cool.
Yeah. But it's sort of like there's a couple of encounters and stuff, and it sets the mood really well. Like, I'm very impressed with the game, but unfortunately, I still don't know if I'll be picking it up yet.
Oh man, you know
Due
you've
to
got
this.
to get it.
Yeah, it depends on hard drive space at the end of the day, because I'm not giving hard drive space up for that fucking pile of shit multiplayer. I don't fucking want it. I seriously don't want it. That's the main reason I never picked up Resident Evil Nemesis when
You
they
should be in a
remade
focus
that.
group.
Yeah, no, because I saw the beta size for the RE Nemesis thing, and like the beta for it alone was about 6 or 7 gig. That's like a full fucking game.
Nah,
on
not these
PS4.
days, mate. Not these days.
Oh, it is. It is. I've got many games on my PS4 that are under 7 or 8 gig.
It's like an indie game.
No, like I'm pretty sure 13 Sentinels, like the last game that Vanillaware did, that clocks in at under 6 gig
Okay, I was going to say like most games like 50
on my
gig.
system. Yeah, well, that's your AAA Western sort of kind of thing. I mean, I'm going to wait and see if you're forced to install it, because nowadays with systems, like hard drive space is a precious commodity for people.
Yeah.
And you pretty much know that if you buy, like, say, like RE Nemesis and obviously this one, when your game's like, Resident Evil needs an update, that's not for the actual fucking normal game. That's going to be for the multiplayer.
Mm.
Because they're going to be adding maps and characters and shite that I'm not interested in.
Or perhaps it'll just be a separate download.
Yeah, I'm hoping it is, because literally, like, Microsoft talked about it. Like, Microsoft do like to talk the talk at times, but they actually pulled through with one of their games about 2 years ago, and I think COD started doing it now as well on Xbox. I think it does on Xbox. I think
it does. It does.
Where basically I got Crackdown 3, and when I put it in, it said, "What do you want to install? Do you want to install the multiplayer?" And I went, "Fuck off," and I never had to install it, because why would I?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm hoping that at somewhere along the lines, they actually start allowing you to do that on all systems, not just necessarily Xbox. Because technically, if I wanted to get this on a console, I'd want it on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Resident Evil, because it's just more PlayStation-y to me. And I obviously got RE7 on PlayStation and stuff. So, but they don't particularly go into that with the whole, like, do you want to install this, that, or the other thing? And I've even filled out forums like about the previous games saying, why didn't you buy it? And I gave them their reason why I didn't buy it, because I didn't want their crappy multiplayer. Especially not when it took the place of Mercenaries mode, which is a fucking popular mode for a lot of the Resident Evil community. And like, for this RE-verse to be their celebration of 25 years of the franchise.
Yeah, it's a bit shit game to be celebrating it, isn't it?
It's like, this is how you're celebrating 25 years of the franchise.
I know, mate. I know. But anyway, just talk about the demo. The demo, man.
Well, yeah, the demo was great. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed the demo. Like, it was really atmospheric. The graphics were great and everything. And it just made me sort of even more gutted that I might be put off getting the game.
Just get it. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You can moan at us
about it. OCD, mate.
Yeah, just moan at us about it, and then we'll just listen. All right. We're free therapy for you. How's that?
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing is like, at the moment, PlayStation hasn't even got a way of like expanding your storage yet. They still haven't told us what extra hard drives work on it. So you're literally playing around. And I also know someone who's already filled his hard drive completely up. on his
not
PS5,
surprised. I'm not surprised.
and literally about half of his hard drive is fucking COD. Like the new COD that came out.
What did I say?
It's pathetic.
Yeah.
Obviously, back in the day, I didn't give a shit if you tacked on crap multiplayer modes to your games because
It's on the disc, wasn't it?
I didn't have to install it.
Yeah.
And when you've got to literally like delete, like, there we go. Like, damn, you were going on about like the fighting games.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty much sure most of them, like the BlazBlue and I think Guilty Gear and that, they're all around 6-7 gig. They're not big games at all.
Exactly.
And then when your game's like, oh, you need to update, you've got to fuck something off, and then like you just end up having to delete something like that, and you're just like, oh, thanks.
Yeah. So most of my fighting games have gone off that, especially on the PlayStation. So today I've reinstalled Guilty Gear again today, so I'll play it later. But yeah, again, it's the first thing to do because you're constantly picking at all the indie games, going, yeah, there's a gig here, gig there,
2 gigs there.
Oh, that'll do. And then sometimes you go, oh, fuck it, let's get rid of that. That's, and all of a sudden, I mean, that's why I got rid of Master Chief Collection because it was about 120 gig. Just get rid of it. I haven't played it in ages. It was always sitting there just in case. But again, I think one of the key factors now is that they need to really sort out this hard drive problem because all these people getting these brand new consoles and they're giving us all this content, whether it be Xbox through Game Pass or PlayStation through backwards compatibility. I mean, if you haven't got an external hard drive and you're putting all your PS4 games onto your fucking PS5 standard solid state drive,
fuck that.
It's kind of what you're doing. So I think this is the next thing people are going to have to consider. But that's the way I'm playing next gen at the moment, in the sense that I want to make sure that everything works at the moment. Although I am actually now thinking of upgrading to a 4 terabyte hard drive because I've only got a 2 terabyte plug-in hard drive for my Xbox at the moment. Although what fucking first world problem that is, eh?
I know.
Oh dear me.
Right, is
what
that
a disaster.
I know you'll get, obviously, you'll get some people that'll be like, oh, just delete it off, it's fine. But then the next time you go to play it, you've got to delete something else off to make room to play that again, and then you've got to re-download or reinstall the game, which generally does take a bit of time, depending on your platform. Then re-download all the updates for it, re-download all of your DLC characters and all your pre-order shit and all this other fucking nonsense. It becomes a complete headache.
It's like the most unenjoyable game of Tetris ever.
Yeah. Right, is that what you played, Dan?
But yeah, I'm sure you've seen the the walkthrough and everything anyway, Webby and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
it looks
did you enjoy what you saw, sort of thing?
It looks stunning, mate. It looks really, really good. I'm getting this game on day one, mate. Day one purchase for Webby. Looks awesome.
I'm still gutted there's no VR.
Yes.
I'm not, because I'd shit my pants.
I need to finish Resident Evil 7. I mean, I've got it on PlayStation, so I might make that a priority.
Yeah, it's great. Really good.
Yeah. Play it during the daytime when the lights out.
Daytime lights on.
Lights on, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Obviously, they are doing a bundle pack, aren't they? But I'm sure someone said that they've actually got one of the original, I think, Resident Evil 7 on sale currently at the moment. Whether that's on console or Steam or something, I don't know.
It's on Game Pass. I know that. And I think one of the DLC's cheap as well on PlayStation. I did see the other day.
One of them they actually gave away for free, didn't they? I believe.
Probably, I don't know.
It wasn't like the End of Zoe or the birthday one or any of that. It was like another sort of separate one, which I believe was like free to everyone.
Don't really know, mate.
It's like a slight celebration. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's me done.
Okay, cool. Questions from the community then. Facebook. Steffi says, when do you think SSD storage will drop in price? I'm having a nightmare with my tiny Series X storage, even though I have a 2 terabyte hard drive attached to it. Doesn't feel next gen as long as I'm still using that. Yeah, true.
Well, you can on the it's not obviously big, but Microsoft have actually got their own little hard drives you plug into the back, haven't they?
But what he's saying is when they're going to drop in price because they're like 200 quid. Yeah, it's a lot of money.
during this pandemic, probably not for a while, because obviously they can put it down to stock supply and all that kind of stuff to keep the prices nice and inflated.
I don't know how much these things. I don't know how much these things actually cost in terms of parts. It always seems a bit ridiculous, and an extra 40 gig for or 40 quid for an extra double the storage sometimes. And you go, well, I would. Is this value for money? I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty much on par with the PC equivalent. So that's all I would say. Yeah, because it's the cost of the components, right? And at this moment in time, components are expensive. And you've got to think of all the companies that want storage made for them, right? It's your phones, all your other devices. It's not cheap.
No.
Right, next question. Steve Powell says, opinions on Microsoft's recent price structuring announcement, then immediate backtrack. Was it a PR stunt to push people onto Ultimate Game Pass or to make a so-called saving?
I think I covered it earlier. I think it was they're trying to do Roy of Gold, I guess, to a degree, but because so many people just play Fortnite and bloody Warzone, they need to do something about those guys, cater for those guys, because they'll literally be using the bare minimum in terms of subscription.
Yeah.
And I think I've got a feeling. Well, it's to me it sounds like Phil Spencer interjected on this one, possibly.
Yeah.
And turned around. Maybe he wasn't too sure and went with the flow, and then obviously backtracked, possibly.
Well, it isn't a good thing technically at the moment. They're still kind of fighting, doing a little back and forth with Sony, I believe. And obviously, if you've got the two available and one of them's almost twice the price to play online as the other,
yeah, it's a lot of money.
That is going to factor in. They probably sold a lot more memberships on the day they announced the upgrade. I know I picked up another 12-month that day, and when I bought it, there was like another 50 or something plus people looking at that page at the same time.
Yeah.
Lol.
I'm not surprised. Cool. Next question from Jamie Souza says, I already have a PS5, but I have the opportunity to buy a Series X at RRP. Do I buy it? Why or why not? Do I get Game Pass? PS Game Pass looks a great option from what I can see. I say get it. Go for it.
If you got the money, yeah.
Do it.
If you can afford to eat, get it.
Yeah.
If you can't afford to eat, don't get it. There you go.
Just live off beans on toast for a couple of weeks. Fine.
Yeah.
He says he thinks it's a good deal to get a Series X and Game Pass, but can you let me know which are good next-gen exclusives on the Series X or good Game Pass options? I mean, we've already rattled off a few this week, but we've got the Medium coming out this week. And obviously Halo at the end of the year. You've got the Forza games, obviously.
Gears 5 is fantastic.
That's optimised, yeah.
But there's loads of other games. It's like all the third-party games just on Game Pass that are part of the sub. It's just fucking brilliant. Do it now and let me know how it is. Cool. Last question on Facebook is from Clarky. He says, Donut County. Have you ever had as much fun playing with holes as you have with this game? It's the most fun ever. Come on.
So every hole a goal then.
Yeah. Last question from Random Fire Reg on Discord. How many games have you had to restart because you forgot how to play them?
Wouldn't say restarted, but probably had to play a little bit more of it to
remember how to play.
It's
like when you put down a game and you haven't played for ages, right? And you're like, oh fuck, I can't remember the buttons or the story or anything.
I reckon it took about 4 hours to learn how to play Monster Hunter again.
I still couldn't work out how to do the charged attack with the greatsword at all during I was playing. I was just doing light attacks because I couldn't work out which button did the heavy attack.
It's annoying, isn't it? Oh, I don't.
That's why I tend to stay on the main. I pick one game and try and stay on it until I complete it. That's one of the reasons. Is because the controls and that I keep forgetting.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It's like when you go back to game, like say 6 months between picking up again. Like, oh fuck me, what's happened? I don't know. I can't remember. I definitely have restarted games, but I can't remember. Oh, I think I had to restart. I think I restarted Control because I got that at launch. Thought it was shit after a couple of hours of gameplay, and then went back to it about 6 months later or so, and I couldn't remember anything that happened, so I restarted that and actually really enjoyed it.
There we go.
Yeah, that's the one off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to restart Horizon Zero Dawn when I go back to it again because I think I
Well,
put about
Stunty did, didn't he?
I thought I
And
put about
loved
6 hours into that, and I was like, I can't be fucked with this, and now I'm gonna have to start it again if I ever do go back to it.
Do you own it then, or did you get rid of it?
I own it on PlayStation.
Oh, right.
I
Yeah, I
own
didn't
it,
know if you
and
got
it's
rid of it.
also
You
on
might as
PS
well
Plus as
PC
well.
it.
Yeah, nah.
It's on
No, I
PC
mean,
as
I
well.
just it's one of those things. Like, why would I buy a game on my PC when I already own it?
Yeah, that's why I asked
This
if you
is
owned
just-
it,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah. Cool.
But yeah,
I probably won't play it till I get a PS5 in about 2 years' time.
it'd depend how far through a game was. Like, if I was about
Mm.
20 hours into a game, I'd be a bit pissed off having
Yeah.
to restart it.
Yeah.
I'd usually just try and figure things out and try and pick it up.
Awesome. That's all the questions, guys. I'm feeling really tired. I'm really tired. I don't know. I'm just like, my eyes feel just like that, hanging out my sockets. I've had a few days off as well, but I just feel like I want to go to bed. It's not even 11 o'clock.
Quite late, mate.
It's bloody lightweight, I tell you. Joys of having small children.
It's the time of the year as well, don't forget.
Yeah.
I would say power through
Getting out
and
of
it'll
bed
be
in the
right
mornings
soon.
isn't great.
I'll power through. I'll watch an episode or two of Vikings. That'll wake me up.
Oh, Star Trek Lower Decks is now on Amazon, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you might enjoy that. All episodes are on there, so you might enjoy that. I watched a couple last night.
I've not heard good things about that, to be honest.
It's all right. It's cartoon Star Trek. It's fine.
See.
Have any of you lot seen the new trailer that dropped today?
Oh, Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah, it looks absolutely bonkers. I'm in. It looks. I didn't like the last one, but this one, I'm like, yeah, I could stomach 2 hours of that.
If you bypass the storyline and just take it as a monster fight movie, the last one was actually really good, and Rodan's appearance is still fantastic in that. I think where he bursts out the volcano.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. I'm not sure where I'm going to see it, but yes.
Cool. Right, I'm going to end it here, guys.
Cool, man.
Thank you very much for coming on. It's been awesome. Peebs, get Chivo Whore in.
Yes, I'll be playing Donut County.
Awesome.
Now.
Awesome.
I've just downloaded it. I'm not sure if it's downloaded yet, but
awesome.
I will be jumping on that shortly, I reckon.
Cool. All right, dudes. Well, thank you very much for coming on. It's been awesome as always. And so for me, Mark Webb, Gamertag, PSN ID, Steam ID, Webby360G.
And thank you very much, Silmodan.
Resident Chivo Whore, Mr. Peebs.
Says I switch.
So thank you very much. Don't forget, if you want a podcast every single week, then join the Patreon, patreon.com/360gamercast. You can find me on Twitter at Webby360G or at 360gamercast. You can join our Facebook group, just search for the name, or our ever vibrant Discord group. The link for that is in the show notes. So thank you very much. We will see you next week. Goodbye. Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome. Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm pretty tired.
Yeah, it sounded like you was dozing off on your sign off.
I went back for 3 hours. I went back to bed for 3 hours this afternoon.
Bloody hell.
Just
tired, you're wide awake.
Yeah, my sleep pattern's screwed at the moment. I'm off work tomorrow, so I'll probably be going to bed by about 4 o'clock this morning. Back to the old days, mate. Lol.
There's probably loads of people doing that. Like, bloody hell, I haven't done this kind of thing since I was like in my early 20s.
Yeah, I don't know. At the moment, there's not much else going on, to be honest with you. And besides, I can get ready into my desk to start working 10 minutes flat. That includes a shower. So,
Oh, you have a shower
job done.
before you start work?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
I'll
make sure I do that during work times. I'll get paid for it. I literally roll out of bed at 5 to 7. I start work at 7. Roll out of bed, turn on my computer. Hello, everyone.
Speaking of random things, I wonder how much people get paid over their lifetimes, roughly, for taking a shit at work.
Half an hour a day.
Because I think they said, like the average, you spend about 2 or 3 years of your life on the toilet.
Wow.
I know when
bizarre.
My first job, when I left school, I worked for a cleaning company in a big factory. I used to sit on these big machines that clean the gangways and floors.
Anyway, oh yeah, I know the ones. Yeah, I got them at our place.
Yeah. Anyway, it was such a boring job, and it's in a big old dirty engine factory. And I used to go to toilet. I used to go to toilet all the time there. I used to buy the newspaper every morning, and I used to go into the toilet and read the paper, and I used to read every single page, every article, every page, just to waste time. I even fall asleep on the toilet, and just pretty much skiving.
Wow.
I used to just hate the job so much.
Oh man, that's awful. That's funny though.
Dear me.
Oh wow.
At least you didn't have your phone back then, so you wouldn't be able to.
No, exactly. This is in
none of your games.
This is mid-90s, so yeah, it was no Gears Plop then. God knows if I worked there now with Gears Plop, I'd have done that. I'd have done all the achievements now.
Oh, brilliant!
No, it was back. It was the old-fashioned crossword back then.
Paying you.
Yeah.
Yeah, plenty of people did. I worked in a freight warehouse, and we had people, 3 shits a day. One of the supervisors used to go for 15 minute a time plus his lunch break. So that was an extra 45 minutes.
I don't know how people take massive shits. I've known people at work to take
you just sit there, just on your phone or whatever.
But, yeah, pretend you've got a bowel problem. That's it, really. But then again, some people actually do have problems. They do need 3 shits a day. So.
Yeah.
Well, you can go
just said heaps in this month's razzle sorted.
Well, no, I
tweeted days without shitting.
Oh my dear Lord, what's wrong with you?
I tweeted a while back because I hate going to toilet. Well, I can spend quite a lot of time on the toilet, but when I'm out at work and I don't like using public toilets.
Yeah.
And
who does? You all make the ring out of the fucking toilet paper around the top to try and protect the seat.
Yeah.
Out of other bog roll.
I'm fine. I've got no qualms at all. I mean,
boily bums and all that.
Yeah.
No, what I hate is when you if in the supermarket or at the service, I have to go because I like a driving job. I have to go to the services quite a lot. And some of these big moto services, they've literally got 20, 30 cubicles, right?
Yep.
And you go in one, and the rest are all empty. You just put all your paper down, you sit down carefully so that you're not getting your ass dirty and stuff. And some fat bloke comes and sits in the cubicle next to you. You're thinking, hang about, mate, you've got 30 cubicles to pick from. Why have you come and sat next to me? And then you can hear him going... real dirty. I'm like, oh my god! I mean, that's why I try and bake. I try and bake my number 2, so I try and bake them till I get home. But sometimes you have to go.
Yeah, tailhead, mate.
Oh yeah. No, having jobs like that is tough. I remember. When I was a postie, I had this one time, and my tummy was rumbling. I was like, I can't hold this in. I need to go. And I was in the middle.
Push it.
I was in the middle of, and I did some really rural rounds, and I was like, I just went in the woods and done a shit in the
there's a bear shit in the woods.
I'm sure everyone's shit outside once at
Yeah.
least. Like it's horrible
Well,
experience and
Yeah, when you get
finding
caught,
leaves and stuff.
Yeah, use the leaf to wipe your ass.
yeah, when you've had too much to drink and you're like, oh no, oh no, oh no, and before you find some you check for CCTV cameras and you make sure there's none about, and then you
Yeah.
and then you just get up and sheepishly walk away as if nothing's happened.
Oh, Ho Ho Gopper saying that there's a website where people take pictures
I
of
don't
their
wanna
shits
know.
and rate 'em.
Rate my poo. Oh my
Yeah.
dear, look,
What?
ratemypoo.com, mypoo.com.
Oh my god.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
That
Oh
used to
no
be the
way.
website, the
Yeah.
funny website to go to back in the day.
There's
I
gonna
don't even know if
there's
it's still
gonna be some
going.
volcanic shit on that. You know what I mean? Like peeking out the top of the water
Right,
kind of efforts.
I'm looking at it now on the internet. Let's see if it's there.
Oh, I don't
I
think
know
it's
there's one
there
called
now.
Rate My Food.
Oh, it's not there
Oh,
anymore.
Oh, it is here. It is here.
It's kind of taking me to. It's got a picture of Donald
No.
Trump.
Oh yeah. Well, rate it.
Biggest piece of shit.
Is that a 1 or a 10? I don't know. Give it a 10.
This website's not working for me. Oh well.
It's a bit slow. It's old school. This is.
It's really old.
I still remember a time when like I think my mate revealed to me that I successfully like blocked his toilet for a good 2 or 3 days.
Oh,
It was
that's
like a
awful.
monster turd.
Poor
I didn't mean
guy.
to, obviously, but
Did you say that you don't shit for days?
no, I've gone days without shitting, not days in a row,
Oh,
but I've
I'm
gone a
about to
whole
say, yeah.
day without having a poo. Yeah. If you go days without pooing, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You need some. You haven't eaten. That's the problem.
Since I've been
Oh, well.
working from home, I've been doing more actual poops, which is really weird. I think I'm eating more. I don't know.
What's your diet like at the moment? Is it full of plant-based stuff still?
Yeah, but I eat a lot of junk as well. That's why I'm getting fatter and fatter.
Well, let's get really grotesque. What's your most unenjoyable thing that can happen while you're taking a shit in a public toilet or a toilet that's not your own?
One out of toilet paper. That's happened a few
Oh.
times.
No, there's something that sends shivers up my spine to a certain degree.
I have no idea.
When you sit down and the bowl isn't curved deep enough and you touch it.
You touch it.
Oh, do you know what's weird? Actually, just thinking about that, American toilets are weird because the water comes up really high. And I'm like, you're sitting on it and you're like, my butt cheeks are going to be touching this water in a minute. What the fuck's going on with these weird toilets? I don't get it.
It's not your butt cheeks you got to be worried about touching things. It's your dangly bit, mate.
Well, when you sit down, they're so fucking low. Your knees are around your fucking lug holes.
Yeah, but that's how you're meant to shit, though. Really, if you think back in the day, people'd squat, well, wouldn't they? And
well, when I went,
did I tell you?
Exit.
Yeah, sorry.
What about the like? I've been to Italy before, and they've got like just holes in the ground, and you have to squat.
I've done that in Japan. They've just got holes in the floor, mate, and you just bend over them and shit.
Yeah. Good old French service station, mate. Yeah, exactly. I've had to go with those. So you look at it, you go, I can't do this. I can't. No, but some people can aim it though.
I want to be comfortable.
There's a little.
What?
Exactly.
You want to be comfortable on your phone, playing Gears Plot.
Yeah. I did see when I was in Belgium a few years ago, I did see a toilet that when you flushed it, the toilet seat turned and cleaned itself on a brush.
Nice.
That's clever. It was kind of special. It was. Yeah, I think they have them in Japan as well, but this one was in Belgium.
The Japanese ones give you a nice bidet blasting afterwards, which means that the wiping is literally like 2 wipes and you're done.
Yeah.
And they have all funky lights inside as well, don't they?
Some of them do, not all of them. But they are just still generally more advanced than what we have.
They make it an event, don't they? They probably make a little theme tune. It's like the Zelda theme tune.
Oh, there probably is. There's probably a little cartoon about it as well and stuff, like how to poo.
Well, I think they've got toilets in Japan which every time you go for a number 1 or 2, it scans your poo or wee to tell you like how healthy you are.
And then uploads it to a website and people
Yeah.
rate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
There was ones, I think, as well on videos I've seen where in some of the arcades in Japan, obviously this was a few years back, they used to have like games you could play at the urinals. Like the more you
Oh.
urinated, like the wind would blow on these animated people, and like obviously the more stronger the wind and stuff, and start blowing them away and that. Just
They used to have what was it? They put urinals. They put goals, little goalie nets in urinals over here in pubs. I'm not sure you might remember in Peeps, just to stop people pissing all over the fucking floor.
Yeah.
They didn't last very long.
I'm sure people aren't just. Obviously, there are a couple of twats who deliberately piss on the floor, but that's just people wobbling about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dudes that just can't aim.
Or there's dribble everywhere.
Yeah.
There was
Anyway,
a
that's a
sticker on the
nice
ceiling at
conversation
work that
to
used to
end the
say
day.
why you. Yeah.
Bit of
Sticker
bonus.
at work used to say like, "Why are you staring up here? Concentrate on your piss."
There's one who was it. Whenever I go to fucking Victoria train station and go for a slash there, there's always a tenor man fucking poster right in front of my face every fucking time.
Can I tell you something, Dan?
I know. Tell me about it. Getting old, man. Need to get
Is
tenor man on the
Is
go.
it still? Do they still charge you to get out of toilets in Victoria?
No, it's free of charge now. They've done it all up now. They've made it nice. But then I haven't been.
Well, it was reasonably, but you used to be like
it's-
25 or 50p, wasn't it, to use the toilet?
Yeah, I've had some horrible shits in there. I really have. Mostly waiting for trains, and obviously, you're kind of a bit pissed, and you're just at the go. But it's all free now. And they've done it all up. It's all tiled it, and it's all right. It's okay. But I've been up to London. Well, I think I only went to London once after the pandemic hit. So, God knows what it's like now. It's probably pristine still.
Yeah. Cool. Right, dudes, I'm going to jump off.
Yeah.
Cool.
Watch an episode of Vikings before Betty buys.
Cool, man.
Where are you up to on Vikings now, Webby?
I'm on season 5 now.
Oh, you're not far then.
Not far at all. Yeah, we've been banging them out. But
Bagging
it's
out
not.
Vikings,
But it's
eh?
not as good now that. Oh, I can't say really. If people don't watch it, that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've finished it now. Yeah, and it does. After that happens, the season 5 and 6 aren't the same.
No.
But it's nice. It's got a good ending. It sort of finishes it all off, and
Good.
it's quite good.
Awesome.
We're just looking for a new series to watch now. And now we're done with that.
I'll finally start. I'm about to start Cobra Kai season 2.
I'm done that.
I love that show. That's probably my favourite show in the last few years, I'd say. Love the 80s
It's done
cheese.
very, very well.
Cool. Right, dudes, I'm going to chip.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, no worries.
Been emotional. Dan, I'll see you on Monster Hunter tomorrow.
Yeah, no worries. I'm not sure what time. Well, let's see what the weather's doing.
Yeah, just
probably
give you a text or whatever. So when you're free.
Yeah, cool, man. Excellent. Oh, God, okay.
James, you off tomorrow? Did you say? Party chat tomorrow with me and Dan at some point?
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow.
Darren, you off tomorrow? You working?
No. Work, yeah.
Uh,
I'll be on later in the evening.
All right, cool. I might see you tomorrow evening then.
Cool.
Yeah, cool, man.
Awesome. Right, catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye.